tough to think about it. I'm not always stuck in there, but I'm here with the concessions manager, Frankie Pardo, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and to be fair, brisket where my mouth is. And I'm gonna ask Frankie kind of about what this new revamped concession stand is looking like this year. How did it come about?
Yeah, so about in February, March, Pat, our GM, came up to me and said, really want to lean into the barbecue this year.
Yeah.
Told me to find a smoker, get the menu going. Took a couple months to find a smoker, but we finally found one at a good price. It's actually my first year using one like this, but finally got the hang of it.
Yeah.
So on the menu we have brisket, chopped brisket, pulled pork, mac and cheese, brisket burn-in sausage, and a tri-tip sandwich.
All those things that you just outlined sound like probably they would go on the top of my list of things that I would want to eat. I don't get to do it, but you get to make these things. Do you have a favorite item that you've put on the menu this summer?
My tri-tip is my favorite item on the menu this summer. It takes the least amount of time to cook.
Yeah.
The pork butt and the brisket take about 12 to 18 hours depending on the day. But yeah, the tri-tip only takes about 2 hours, so that's always my favorite to do.
And are you doing all of it on this smoker over here?
I am, using nothing but wood.
This thing looks like something that was built in like 1650, but you're telling me that this thing works and it cooks that meat to exactly how you want it.
Yes, it is. I try to keep it around 250 degrees, 275, using nothing but post oak.
Wow. And so people coming to the ballpark, say for the first time, they would come to, what stand would they go to find the brisket, the tri-tip, all those things?
So as soon as you walk into the ballpark, you'll smell the smoke, you'll see the smoker, and then as soon as you take a left, you're right here.
Fantastic. Right here, and on the other side, is it the same, pretty much the same thing?
It's not. The other side is, yeah, the other side is just our main concession, so almost everything's the same from last year.
Fantastic. I mean, we got hot dogs, nachos, cheeseburgers, anything else that...
we added a Philly cheesesteak this year, which I think is actually really good.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a Philly cheesesteak? Maybe people from New York?
Maybe.
Possibly. Is there anything else that you want to do for the future? Anything else that you want to add to this experience here on the concourse?
Hopefully some more meats next year. I do like our barbecue sauce. It is award-winning technically. I did win an award last year for a Marion Berry barbecue sauce, so that's what we use this year.
Let's not just glance over that. Tell me more about the award-winning barbecue sauce.
I entered a barbecue competition last summer before our season started, and I won first place tri-tip and first place in ribs, and used our Marion Berry barbecue sauce, and that won first place as well.
Wow,
that's really what got me into going barbecue.
And you're the head barbecue man here at this ballpark now. Frankie Pardo, our concessions manager. We were down here in the concourse. I've been talking about it all summer. Now we've finally shown it to you. Frankie, thanks for talking to me. I appreciate it. Come on down, get the tri-tip, the brisket, anything you want down here right as you come to the ballpark.
Well, I sang 7 Summers a couple nights ago. It was pretty good. 7 summers ago.
Yeah, I bet your daddy's so proud of how his little girl turned out. Think she dies a bullet of a good old boy like me. 'Cause I still go drinking, same friends on Friday. Bought a few acres, couple roads on the highway. Guess you never saw things my way anyway. But I wonder when you're drinking if you find yourself thinking about that boy from East Tennessee. And I know we both knew better, but we still said forever. And that was 7 summers ago in Southern Comfort, where we dumb or just younger, who knows? Back then you used to love the river and sipping on a sixer with me. Does it ever make you sad to know?
Another fastball, and that one's hammered into right field. Back to the wall. It's over the fence.
Summers ago. 7 summers ago.
It's a good song. Shout out Morgan Wallen. I like karaoke.
Cole Weber with you, the Marion Berries broadcaster, getting mobile. We're out here at the front of the concourse. Right as you enter into the stadium, you come into this new and improved plaza, and everything about this place screams a fun time. We've got the Marion Berries merch container. Right as you walk in, you can get anything you want. Shirts, hats, accessories. This is the place. If you want to rep the Berries, you got to come here right as you walk in to your right. And as we keep going, the information desk, starting lineup, standings, Los Planditas, the food truck. They've always got great stuff. Tacos, burritos, quesadillas, whatever you want here. But if you're not feeling it, you can always come to the Berries concession stand. Nachos, hot dogs, burgers, you've got anything you want. But don't sleep on the Marion Berries lemonade. If you come on out and you get their color-changing cup, you buy it once, you get free refills for the entire summer. A fantastic deal. Classic lemonade, Marion Berry lemonade, strawberry, raspberry, anything that you want, we've got it here. If you don't want the regular concession stand, don't forget Frankie Pardo, our concessions manager. He is over there cooking up some meats, brisket, tri-tip, pork, fantastic stuff. And that's what we've got down here on the plaza. I am up there at the Minuteman press box, calling the game for you. There's our PA announcer, Bobby Merwin, getting ready to go, but you gotta come on out to the ballpark, check this out.
Happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Chemeketa Baseball Field. The fans are in the stands and ready to go for some non-league baseball. The DubSea Fish Sticks are in town. You might remember back to August of last year when they came down to Salem to play a non-league game. We'll talk about how that went in a little bit, but the Fish Sticks are back. 2 games here this week, and then the Berries will go up to Seattle to face the Fish Sticks on the road on the 16th. Welcome back inside the Minuteman press box, everybody. Cole Weber, your voice of the Berries here in the summer of 2026. Excited to be back. After a day off on Monday, got to watch some soccer, got to watch the USA get throttled by Belgium. The waffles, the chocolate, I don't know what it was. They just dominated us, but we'll be back in 2030. Don't you worry. We are back here after a 3-game series over the weekend against the Portland Pickles, and here is what happened on Sunday. It's a good game for the Berries. Sawyer Nelson finally made history. There he is jumping the Mario celebration. 50th walk of the summer, gives him the single-season record. Here was Evan Burr getting back into the hits column, a double down the line in left field. Scored Sawyer on the very next at-bat from first base. Put the Berries up early in that game. Everything was going for him. They were actually working the Pickles. In the 4th inning, Tyler Dunning with 2 guys on base, got a hold of a fastball in the zone, dominated it to center field, directly over the wall into the Bubba. Great swing from him, put the Berries up 6-1 in the game. The Pickles wouldn't go away that easily. Bring us to the 6th. Masa Chilcutt, opposite field, double down the right field line, scored 2. Brought the Pickles within 3. Score was 6-3 for Wild, then 6-4. Berries would add a couple more runs, and Tyler Dunning really found the bat. It's not a good series for him going into the Sunday finisher, but a double into the gap, 2 extra base hits, 3 RBIs. Nice to see Tyler find the swing. He's going to be starting tonight as well. And Luke Bailey up to shut down the Pickles in the bottom of the 9th. Didn't give them a shot at all. Fantastic performance coming in, closing out the game. A save for Bailey. Secured the win. 8-6. But Sawyer Nelson, man, master of the dark arts. At 50 walks and counting through this summer. That sets the single season record. We're only a few games over the halfway point in the season. Here's a look at who he beat to get there. Tanner Griffith of the Portland Pickles 2 years ago at 48 over an entire season. Parker Miles, if you go all the way back to 2012, at 45 for the Klamath Falls Gems. But Nelson is the king, and he's going to extend that record. I think we're going to get up north of 80 by the time the season is done. First non-league game of the year for the Berries. See what they can do, build some more momentum going into the stretch run, trying to secure another playoff spot. We'll take a break here on the broadcast. Come on back. Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app.
Well done, well done. Those vocal lessons are just coming in good for you, Leroy.
Welcome back, friends. You might be wondering why our mascot Barry has the cat in the hat pasted on his chest. Well, it's Barry's Book Club night, presented by Salem Public Library. Celebrating all the books, novels, everything. That's our sponsor tonight. And we'll move on to the national anthem, which will be sung by Stacy Fita, walking out to the logo as we speak.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, said that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Stacy Fita got right to it, marched on through the national anthem. Great job by her to get us started here on Tuesday. Non-league game. It is the DubSea Fish Sticks in town, making the drive down I-5 from West Seattle And here comes our painting of the plate presented by Sherwin-Williams. Our friend Luca is going to get down there and give it a fresh coat of white. Look at that, little wax on, wax off technique to start her. Getting some instructions by Leroy. Said maybe a couple more swipes. Looking for reassurance. He gets the fist bump. Leroy gets the white paint. Luca wearing the Chicago Cubs hat. Long way from home.
Pitch.
The ceremonial first pitch will be next. Addie Evans supposed to be throwing it, and that's Martin Serrano going back to catch it because those two are a couple. Addie Evans, Martin Serrano's girlfriend. I saw her practicing throwing the first pitch after the game on Sunday. Let's see if the practice paid off. Little lob in there. Got over the plate. Nice job. She earned the high five and the hug. Addie Evans. Great effort from her wearing the Berries jersey. Taking the picture. That brings us to our interview. I had the chance to talk to Kyson Barney earlier in the season. I got the other half of the twin tandem, Cale Barney.
Pre-game, first non-league games of the season for the Berries against the DubSea Fish Sticks. And I've got Cale Barney, the second half of the tandem. I talked to Kyson earlier in the season, and he told me he was the better baseball player. He was the better brother. Cale, what do you have to say about that?
It's his ego just getting in the way right now, but that's all right. Just letting our player do the talking. We're both doing well defensively right now. I don't know if he can say he's doing well offensively right now, but it's all right. We'll both get the hang of it. It's okay.
Yeah, there we go. There's the example of brotherly love. I mean, just the friendly competition. He said it was awesome to have you just as a guy pushing him growing up. How do you feel, having a guy that can always do that for you throughout your entire life?
It's a blessing to know that you always have someone that's right there skill level-wise to always push you. And that's why I think we thrive in these type of environments, because it's nothing that we haven't seen, because we're at that level already and you're competing with somebody that's just as good as you. So if anything, it just pushes you to be better.
Yeah, it's got to be a huge help, man. It's been awesome to see both of you guys play this summer. How do you feel it's gone for you? We're about, a month and a couple of weeks in. You've got a couple of weeks left before you're on to bigger and better things. How do you feel it's gone?
I feel like it's been great. Just meeting new guys, getting into the college culture, just getting everything rolling. Just getting a lot of at-bats. A lot of at-bats are good. Yes, a lot of them haven't gone my way, but it's been good to get those at-bats and see the type of pitching that you're seeing every day. So it's good to just get into the environment, get away from the high school at-bats, get into college at-bats, and just realize it's a whole different game and just adjusting to it. So it's been really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Just going for getting ready for the college game. That's what the summer's for. Baseball especially, it's about the process. It's not always about the results. So just getting into a rhythm of things is going to help you. And you're going to Oregon State. How do you feel about going down to Corvallis for your collegiate career?
I'm really excited. Been looking forward to it for a very long time, for over a year and a half, 2 years. Seems like it, but it's just going to be fun. I'm going to beat my butt off when I play as a freshman, so I'm going to try my best to do that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Everybody's going to be watching. Hope you can play for the Beavs as early as next year. It's going to be awesome to see you at Goss Stadium. I appreciate it, Kyson.
Cale can have a good day tomorrow when we see him, but tonight, my player to watch, Damari Hall. Here he is. Last time he started a game at home, getting down and dirty, laying out, making a catch in right field. That's where he'll be starting. Taking a look back at his high school career, Bishop Gorman, a guy with a smooth, powerful swing. Helped a national power have another good season. This was a guy who's actually committed to play wide receiver at Washington State not that long ago before deciding, you know what, I want to go play baseball. He's going to UNLV. My player to watch, Damari Hall, number 44, starting in right field. That high school video of Damari Hall, courtesy of Prep Baseball Nevada. Appreciate them giving us some clips of Damari getting his first start since June 21st against Yakima Valley. We're going to take 30, come on back after the break. Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Going to roll through the visitors' starting lineup. The DubSea Fish Sticks in town of the Pacific International League. Leading off, playing center field, is number 20, Rylan Gullard. Batting second to shortstop, number 12, Jacob Rolling. In the 3 spot is the right fielder, number 4, Noah Benedict. Batting cleanup is our designated hitter, number 28, Evan Hellner from Bonnie Lake, Washington. From Sammamish, Braden Bartholomew will be playing first base, batting 5th. New addition to the roster is in the 6th spot, the left fielder, number 72, Will Cooley. Peyton Barsodi will be playing catcher and batting 7th. Hitting 8th, the third baseman, number 5, Tyler Eisenhut. And batting 9th, the second baseman, number 16, Alex Hamada. Those are your Fish Sticks, wearing the royal blue tops and caps with the baby blue lettering and yellow piping. They will be facing off against a guy we've seen a lot over the last 2 years, but not starting baseball games on the mound. Big Haas, the Cowboy, whatever you want to call him. He's a man of many names. Jake Dodge, the left-hand pitcher, getting the start from Coach Tucker Brock. First of his summer league career on the bump. Guy who's pitched 3 games this summer, all in relief, 3 total innings, 3.00 ERA, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's given up 2 hits and 1 earned run this summer so far. Gonna get the game rolling for the Berries. Dodge standing 6'5", 225. He's not gonna overpower you with the velo, but he throws a lot of strikes, has some off speed. Gonna try to put the Fish Sticks off balance. Interconference matchup, Berries of the West Coast League, Fish Sticks of the Pacific International League, consisting of 6 teams in the greater Seattle area. You know it, West Coast League from all across the Pacific Northwest, ranging from Springfield to Edmonton, crosses 2 states and a couple of provinces in Canada. Let's get this Tuesday ball game underway. Jake Dodge coming to the plate with a fastball in the zone. We have strike 1. Comes quickly, I like it, working fast. 2 consecutive fastballs, clocking in with a 7 on the gun. 0-2. Here's his payoff pitch, popped up into the air. Hudson Floor, the catcher, takes off his mask. He's going to try to make the catch, and he will. We've got 1 out early in the top of the first. Pop out by Rylan Gullard, junior from Linfield. They're actually going to be teammates. Jake Dodge just recently committed to the Linfield Wildcats for his senior year. And he puts out his future teammate, goes back to the dugout. First pitch to Jacob Rolling is a strike. Jake Dodge coming to the zone early and often. Rolling a 6'1", 180-pounder from Portland. Takes the first ball of the day, low and inside. Decorated player at Jesuit High School in the biggest city in the Beaver State. Offers at another fastball. It's Noah Scher going over to get it in center, and he'll make the catch. Noah Scher playing solid defense in the outfield as always, and we've got 2 down. Noah Benedict is Dodge's next victim. Left-hander playing in right field in the 3 spot. Fastball misses high. 1-0 the count. Umpires tonight, behind the dish, Doug Grote. First base, Michael Smith. And out on third, Ken Robley. So in this non-league matchup, going to have 1 extra umpire. Used to just 2 in WCL games. 2-0 pitch. Finds the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody on with 2 outs for Benedict, who spits on a fastball, misses way outside. Benedict, 6'2" from Puyallup. Was committed to New Mexico State before flipping to Colorado Christian not that long ago. Finds himself in a full count. Benedict, a 2nd-team All-State outfielder back in 2025 in the state of Washington. Decommitted from NMSU in May as he fouls one off toward the fun zone. Jake Dodge wastes no time. Rolling quickly, gets the pitch call, and here he comes in the windup. 3-2. Soft blooper to second base, and that is caught by Colin Linteo. What a quick inning for the defense. Not entirely sure when first pitch was, but it had to have been about a 2 or 3 minute inning. 6:48 as we head to the break. Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. No score. Coming back after this.
Well done, well done. Those vocal lessons are just coming in good for you, Leroy.
We are back for just our second Tuesday game of the season for the Marion Berries. Last time played here on a weekday in early June against the Bend Elks. But I will give you the Marion Berries starting lineup as picked by Coach Tucker Brock. Leading off, guy we just saw make the last play at the top of the first, Colin Linteo is at second base. Batting second, the center fielder, number 14, Noah Scher. In the 3 spot, the catcher, number 8, Hudson Flora. Tyler Dunning will be behind him playing shortstop, wearing number 40. In the 5 spot, the left fielder, number 22, Gavin Price. Damian Catano starting at first, batting 6th. Hitting 7th, the third baseman, number 29, Taryn Carlson. My player to watch, the right fielder, number 44, Damari Hall. And behind him, Nolan Rowe, the DH, wearing number 36, batting 9th. They will be facing off against the starting pitcher for DubSea, Cole Knupfer, wearing number 9. The left-hand pitcher going into his freshman season at St. Mary's. Graduate of St. John Bosco High School in California. He will start us off with a fastball fouled back by Linteo. These two going to be future teammates, both St. Mary's Gales. Also the guy behind the dish for DubSea, Peyton Barsotti, guy who just redshirted at St. Mary's in the spring. So on your screen, all you see is Gales. Fastball misses up and out. Count 1-1 to Linteo. Danville native, 6-footer, 195 is his poundage. Has spent 2 years with the Gales, going back for year 3. Finds himself in a 2-1 count. Linteo has played 9 WCL games this summer, batting .226 with 7 hits, 2 runs batted in, a triple and a walk. Knupfer to the plate. Swung on and missed to even the count. Just the second all-time meeting between these two teams. The DubSea Fish Sticks came down on August 4th of 2025. Last week of the regular season for the Berries in their inaugural season. It was a 6-3 win for Marion. 2-2. High and inside. Right underneath the hands of Linteo. It's called a ball. Full count. Interestingly enough, no players who played in that game for the Berries were in the starting lineup tonight. So all new faces for these DubSea Fish Sticks. 3-2 to start. Linteo fouls it off his handle. Very quick top of the first for the Berries defensively. A lot of different guys getting at bats in the lineup today. No Sawyer Nelson. No Matthew Major, no Martin Serrano. Foul ball back. Again, dropping down near the concession stands. 5 different locations here at Chemeketa Baseball Field. Bunch of different options. Sweet treats, hamburgers, brisket, tri-tip. You saw me eat it on Sunday. Everything's delicious. Got to come out and try. Knupfer with the 3-2. Fastball misses out. Leadoff walk for Colin Linteo. Gives the Berries a base runner. Two-game weekday series. Tomorrow, first pitch will be at 6:45 p.m. Then a week from Thursday, Berries will be headed to Seattle to take on these Fish Sticks to cap off the quote-unquote 3-game series. 2 home, 1 on the road. There goes Linteo towards second. The throw down by Barsotti. Not in time. Linteo steals another bag this summer. Hasn't played a lot of games, but he's racking up the stolen bases. I believe that makes 7. Runner in scoring position. Noah Scher in the box. 1-0 the count. Scher, the Salem kid, playing his college ball at Lynn Benton Community College. Awaits the 1-0, which goes outside. Cole Knupfer on the mound. Standing 6 feet 2 inches. Weighing in at 170 pounds from El Segundo. Back-to-back state champions in the state of California with St. John Bosco. Pumps in the 2-0. Linteo's going to third. The throw, it was in time. Bounce to the third baseman, Eisenhut, who couldn't put the tag on. And Linteo has nabbed 2 bags. Get all the way to third with no outs. Great spot for Noah Scher as well. 2 one-hitters count. Probably going to see something good. Has a runner 90 feet away. Knupfer, 2-1. Fouled back against the netting. Can run through the lineup for the Berries a year ago. First time these 2 teams faced off. Andrew Moon led off. Liam O'Connor in the second spot. If you remember, Will Stickney, Brecken Hadley, Jake Holmes. All these names might sound familiar in the middle of that lineup. The 2-2 is swung on and waved at. We got our first strikeout of the game, courtesy of Cole Knupfer. Mows down Noah Scher for the first out of the bottom of the first. Jake Allen batted 6th in that game, played in left field. Taylor Brenneman was actually out in the outfield as well. Haven't seen him go 2 ways this summer. He's just made appearances on the mound. Peyton Tyner played in the outfield as well, and Cody Lemming. None of those guys are starting tonight as Hudson Flores swings and misses for strike 1. You might be wondering, what is a DubSea? What city is that? If you want to break it down, West Seattle is where they play. Dub West, C Seattle. Count now 0-2. 2025 Pacific International League champs. Was their first ever. Formerly the Highline Bears, rebranded in 2022. Cole Knupfer into his windup. 0-2 pitch. High. Fish just established in 2015 as the Highline Bears. Spent 7 seasons playing under that nomenclature before changing the name. Played their baseball at Mel Olson Stadium in White Center, Washington. 82-mile-per-hour off-speed misses out to even the count. Mel Olson Stadium, long history. You go all the way back to 1940 when it was built. It was White Center Stadium and actually burned down in 1977, and Mel Olson was a big factor in making sure it was rebuilt. That's why it's named the way that it is. Foul ball by Flora keeps us at a 2-2 count. DubSea coming in 13-7 on the summer, 6-5 in PIL league play. Berries 13-19. In their first game outside of the WCL in 2026. Payoff pitch coming from Knupfer. Close to the zone, but no cigar. I think it might have came into contact with our umpire, Doug Grote. Paused for a second. Barsotti and Knupfer, the battery for the Fish Sticks. Both from California, both going to St. Mary's. There's Barsotti, graduate of Clovis High School. His father, Mark, played quarterback at Fresno State in the late 80s and early 90s. Graduate of Madera High School. Swing and a miss from Flora, and that's 2 consecutive strikeouts for Knupfer. Flora not happy with himself as he goes back to the dugout. Just like that, 2 outs. Linteo still stranded on third base. Let's see what Tyler Dunning can do. here in the first inning, getting his first looks. Dunning playing his baseball at UCLA. Spits on a first pitch breaking ball. Too low out of the zone. DubSea Fish Sticks currently third out of the 6 teams in the PIL with that 6-5 record. Seattle Studs 11-1, running through the conference thus far. Here's that last strikeout by Flora. Some high heat got him chasing. 2 Ks for Knupfer in the first inning. And he comes with the 1-0 to Dunning. That's a curveball that finds its way to even the count. Tyler Dunning had a great day on Sunday against the Pickles in the 8-6 win. Ended the Berries' losing streak at 5. As Dunning offers at an 89-mile-per-hour fastball, he falls down 1-2 in the count. A home run, which we saw, a 3-run shot in the 4th inning against the Pickles, also had a double in the game. He's driven in 13 runs. 1-2 payoff pitch, low and in the dirt, kept in front by Barsotti. DubSea wearing the blue jerseys. Pickles in the purple tops with the tricolor hats and white pants. Deuces are wild. Here's Knupfer. Fended away by Dunning. Shortstop wearing number 40, just redshirted with the Bruins in the spring. One of the best baseball teams in the country that didn't have the finish they wanted in the NCAA tournament, actually losing to St. Mary's in walk-off fashion in the regional. Two-two pitch on its way. Up and out of the zone, and it was actually a full count pitch. So that one was north of the zone, and it walks Tyler Dunning. We were all wrong up in the press box. Everybody but Luke Larson. Luke Larson's never wrong. 2 walks for the Berries in the first inning. That's the 2 base runners on the corners. We got 2 outs to Gavin Price, getting a start on this Tuesday. Swung on and missed. Outside fastball to Gavin Price. Gives us 0-1. Price, another South Salem Saxon. Him, Cher, Sawyer Nelson, all played high school ball together. Not too far from here, and he swung and missed twice to go down in the count. Going back for year 2 at Louisiana Monroe, Gavin Price, playing his 23rd game of the summer, currently batting .265, 18 hits, 9 RBIs, 13 walks. Hits baseballs hard, and that's a skill. Going to second, it's a wild pitch over the head of Barsotti, and going all the way to third is Tyler Dunning. He was stealing second, never stopped his momentum. Linteo will score. The high fastball got away from the catcher, and we've got our first run of the game. Barsotti did not hustle after it. Dunning took the opportunity to take third base. 1-0 your lead for Marion. As the 1-2 comes to the plate. Popped up straight into the air. Will it stay in play? It will not. Drops down into the infield reserve on the first base side, and Fred, our guy's going to pick it up, shows the fans. Souvenir for the Berries' biggest supporter. And there he is. Always perched right there on the first base side. Positive presence at the ballpark. Always count on him to say hi. Here's the 1-2. Way outside again. Another wild pitch. Gets away from Knupfer, but this time ricocheted off the backstop. Quick enough. Back into the glove of Barsotti. Dunning had to put on the brakes and go back to third. Almost disaster for the Fish Sticks. Kind of slipped out of his hand. Didn't come close to anything. But 2 hops back to Barsotti. Dunning would have been dead to rights. 2-2 count. Here comes Knupfer. Another pop up into the air. I think it's going to go near the same spot over the head of Leroy Furwood. No fan can make the play. Can Fred get another one? He can. He's got 2. Fred getting mobile in the stands. 2 foul balls. 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Price slams his bat. He's not happy, but the Berries do take the lead in the first. Linteo scores off a wild pitch to put him up 1-0 against the visiting DubSea Fish Sticks. We'll go to the top of the second after the break. This is Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app.
The first person to get all tubs off the table wins. Are you ready? And go! They're blowing it up. Oh, you gotta hold it. Oh, look at Mother Nature is helping. Our winner is Braxton. His 4 cups fell off first. That one was called Winning by an Act of God.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by AOE Chiropractic. A fully mobile practice will come to you in Salem, Portland, and throughout the Willamette Valley. Visit aoechiropractic.com for a free 15-minute video or phone consultation. A look back at the ballpark from our center field camera. There's a Berry fan enjoying the view from the third base side. I'm a fan of the shirt, Aloha shirt. Always fashionable to me. Beautiful day in Salem, 7:04 p.m. Jake Dodge will start us off with a breaking ball over the head of Evan Hellner, the leadoff here in the second. That one bounces back to the backside. That's a bunch of wild pitches from both sides early in the game. Didn't even register on the TrackMan. Got away from him. 1-0 is in the zone, and it's whiffed at by Hellner. Just graduated from Sumner High School up in Bonnie Lake, Washington, going to New Mexico State. There's another one. Jake Dodge got away from him. Something up with these baseballs. I don't know what it is. These aren't even getting close. That one's not chin music. That's back of the head music. As Dodge goes back outside, it's a 3-1 count to Hellner. 6'2", 205, the designated hitter for DubSea. Waits the 3-1 from Dodge, low and out. We've got a walk. First base runner for the Fish Sticks. Fish Sticks, another edible team name. We're used to those in the West Coast League, and I was curious about the origins of the fish stick itself. Developed in the 1950s, mostly because of a post-World War II seafood surplus. As Jake Dodge plunks our next batter, Braden Bartholomew, in the thigh, puts 2 on in the top of the second. Runners on first and second, no outs for DubSea. It's Will Cooley in the left-hand batter's box. Left fielder wearing number 72. New addition to the roster. Shows bunt. Pulled it back at the last second. Comes in high and inside for a 1-0 count. Cooley from Kirkland, Washington. Mostly Washingtonians. The DubSea roster. A couple Californians. Jacob Rolling representing the only Oregonian in the starting lineup. Count 2-0. A lot of balls to start the second inning by Jake Dodge. Cooley, another guy who just graduated high school from Lake Washington. He's going to Gonzaga. Taking a trip up to Spokane as he fouls one off of his leg. But back to the fish stick itself. It's called fish fingers over in England because they do everything weird. Fish stick. Originally made using herring because we had so much of it after the end of World War II. Developed in 1953. It's an easy thing you could stick in an oven, heat up, eat easily. It's made using whitefish, usually cod, sometimes hake, haddock, or pollock. 2-2 count. Here comes Dodge. Payoff pitch. Grounder to second. Linteo flip over to second base. Dunning over to first. We've got a double play in the second inning. Damian Catano brought it in to finish it off. 4-6-3. We've got 2 outs now with a runner on third. Here it is. Routine ground ball to Linteo. Didn't think a second about it. Dunning has done this so many times in his life. It's a great way to grab 2 outs. First pitch to Peyton Barsotti is a strike. Mentioned Barsotti, the son of Mark. Played quarterback down in the Central Valley of California at Fresno State. Graduate of Madera High School, actually. Went to high school with both of my parents. Weird how the world turns. Count 1-1 to the St. Mary Gale. DubSea, not the first time they've played a WCL opponent this summer. Last week they went to Yakima and Wenatchee as Barsotti chases one way up at his eyes, misses. Deuce is now wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the second inning. It's Dodge to the plate. Leave that one up for a full count. Barsotti, 6'3", 220, did not appear for the Gales in the spring. Redshirted. Awaits the pitch. Pops one way up into the air toward left field. Who's going to get there first, if anybody? That one ends up out of play in the picnic deck in front of the Fish Sticks bullpen. Taryn Carlson gave chase. Nice to see him back out on the field playing third in the lineup. Tyler Dunning got over there as well. No chance for any of them. Ended up over the top of the netting. Count remains 3-2. Another young fan gets a souvenir. There's a Denver Broncos cap. I know that makes our producer Ryan Goff happy. Dodge, 3-2 inside, and he's walked another. Barsotti earns the free 90. Runners on the corners for the Fish Sticks. First pitch coming to Tyler Eisenhut. Offers at it and fouls it back. Third baseman, another guy who Jake Dodge is about to be teammates with, from Linfield. Grew up in West Seattle, exactly where he's playing right now. Doesn't have to go far to play his summer league baseball games. 5'10", 170, takes a strike, goes down 0-2. Eisenhunt injured in 2026, medically redshirted, his second year at Linfield. Played 16 games back in 2025 for the Wildcats, batted .361, 13 hits, 2 doubles, scored 9 runs as well. The 0-2. That's up. Hudson Floor. There was nobody at second. He pump faked. Barsotti jogs on over to second base. We've still got 2 outs now. 2 runners in scoring position for DubSea. Eisenhut started his college career at Mount Hood Community College for the Saints. He swings and misses. Right 3. Jake Dodge gets out of the inning. It was a rough start. Couple walks, a hit by pitch, but a double play and a strikeout keeps the Berries unscathed. Up 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. You are watching Marion Berries baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. Taking a break, coming right back.
Cole Weber, your voice of the Berries, here with our concessions manager, Frankie Pardo. And you said you've got some brisket, and I've been talking so much about it that I kind of want to try. So you got it right here.
Up a little bit.
Look at that. My goodness.
Grab
you know
that?
what? You put that right down into my paw right here. Take a look at that. We're going to have to give this a shot. Yeah, man. This is, I've been talking it up, and It lives up to the hype
Thank you.
every single time.
I appreciate that.
Savory, flavorful, whatever you want to say.
Do you also want to try our pork?
Do I want to try the pork? Absolutely, I want to try the pork. Man, if you're gonna keep giving me meat,
let's go for the pork. Good little chunk
here we
there.
go. If you're not a big beef guy, we got some pig for you. Look at that right there. I've always been more of a beef guy, but you know what? That's pretty good. Come on down. Right as you walk in the ballpark, Frankie Pardo's got the meat for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Here's Jake Dodge striking out Tyler Eisenhut, his future teammate, to end the top of the first. First strikeout of the day from Dodge. He is through 2 innings. Berries back up. Damian Catano will lead off. Another guy going to St. Mary's. We got a bunch of Gales in the ballpark tonight. Catano, a decorated high school career at Arcadia High School in SoCal. First pitch is up and out of the zone. Catano from Monrovia, outside of LA. Two-time Conference Player of the Year at Arcadia. First team All-State as well. The 1-0. Check swing. Home plate umpire Doug Rote says yes, he did. Evens the count. Catano playing his 11th game of the summer. He's got 1 hit in 9 at-bats. That was up at Walla Walla. Home run. Solo shot. There's a little blooper toward the gap in left center. I think it's going to get down. So there's hit number 2 for Catano. And it gets away from the left fielder, Cooley. So Catano's going to skirt on over to second for a leadoff double in the second inning. Opportunistic base running. Took a weird hop. Cooley overran it in the gap. Blooper to the opposite side. Gets down. That's the first hit of the game for either side. Berries up 1-0. Thanks everybody for joining us on this Tuesday. It's been 30 minutes since first pitch. Taryn Carlson scoots out of the way of an inside fastball. 1-0 your count. Carlson playing third base from Kennewick, Washington. Graduated from Kamaikan High School this year. Hits one high in the air to center field. That one's going back toward the wall, but I think it's going to come up just a bit short. Tagging up from second base is Catano. He will advance to third. Taryn Carlson, hard hit baseball to dead center field. Didn't have enough to get out. 95 off the bats. But he does move over Catano, puts him on third with less than 2 outs. Great position for the Berries. Taryn Carlson, last few times we've seen him, he's been doing that a lot. Hitting baseballs hard, but they're being caught. Talked to Cale Barney about that. The results might not be there, but if the process is right, you could count. Baseball's a weird thing. It's a weird sport. Do everything right, you can hit a baseball hard. It goes right at a guy. That goes down as an out. First pitch was a strike to my player to watch, Damari Hall, who nicks that one off toward the right. Quickly falls down 0-2. Hall has played 4 games this summer for the Berries. Was a late addition to the team. He's 0-3 with 2 strikeouts. Got that start against the Pippins here at home 2 weeks ago from Las Vegas. 0-2 pitch. Hall leaves it up in the air. He spent time living in this city across the river in West Salem before moving down to Sin City, playing at Bishop Gorman. 1-2 pitch from Knupfer. Curveball in through the back door. Rings up Hall. That's a dirty pitch for our second out. And he makes the slow walk back to the dugout. 4th strikeout of the night for Knupfer. Bottom of the order for the Berries. Guy used to wearing purple, Nolan Rowe. As we see that curveball go over the plate to get Hall looking. Nolan Rowe, the Washington Husky, Awaits the first pitch of his at-bat. Fastball, low and outside.
Juicy.
1-0 pitch. That finds the zone in the inner half. Nolan Rowe, redshirt freshman, going back to the Huskies for getting a chance to learn and grow in the spring. Had to travel to all the road trips but one as he got bigger and stronger, learned the game of baseball. 1-1 pitch. It's fouled back. Rowe from Poulsbo, Washington. That's west across the sound from Seattle. First team All-Olympic League his senior year at North Kitsap High School. Batting .286, 8 hits. He had a single on Sunday against the Pickles. He's driven in 4 runs, trying to add to that number with a runner on third. The 1-2 from Knupfer, up and out. Deuce is wild. 2-2 count, 2 outs. It's Damian Catano on third after a leadoff double. And tagged up on the sac fly. Payoff pitch. That one above the zone. Full count for Rowe. Had the chance to talk to him multiple times this summer. Played for Yakima in 2025. Came to this very ballpark. I remember him. He batted over .370 for the Pippins last summer. Curveball. That one tried to come through the back door, but stayed outside. And Nolan Rowe draws himself a walk to keep the inning going. 77 miles per hour out of the hand of Knupfer. It stayed out there, painted the white. Same situation as last inning for Marion. 2 outs, runners on the corners. It was a wild pitch that brought home this guy at the plate. Colin Linteo represents the only run of the game. First pitch fastball is up and in for ball 1. Linteo walked to lead off first inning for Marion offensively. Graduate of San Ramon Valley High School. Swings at the 1-0. That's a foul tip back into the glove of Barsotti. 1-1 is your count. Linteo went to the same high school as the father of one of our Berries interns. Moonlights as Sheroy. That's Audrey Day. Her father, Ross, graduated from San Ramon Valley. Here's a blooper in foul territory to the right. Can the first baseman get over there? He cannot. That's Braden Bartholomew losing the cap, chasing after it. Didn't have enough legs to get there. It is the second strike to Linteo. Now has played double-digit games this summer. Spent the last 2 years at St. Mary's. 1-2 the count. Runners on the corners for Marion. The pitch. Below the zone as Nolan Rowe steals second base, untested. Two balls, 2 strikes. Felt especially hot coming into the ballpark today and sitting in the press box before the game. 2-2 pitch. That one outside to another full count for Marion. Sky is blue with a couple painting of clouds. Over the wall in center field. Wind blowing toward left. 3-2 pitch. Knupfer to the plate. Linteo lines one out to left. It's caught below the waist for Will Cooley. Goes down to the knees to get it. And that ends the inning. Shakiness from the DubSea defense at the end, but they hold off the Berries. Score remains 1-0 in favor of your Marion Berries as we go to the top of the third after the break. This is Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app.
Join us today as our chip bags. They're going to hop down around Barry's Book Club, Barry, and back, and the first person back wins. Are you 3 ready? All right.
3, 2,
And they're off. It looks like Jalapeno got a good start, but Sea Salt and Vinegar's coming on strong. Coming at the halfway point there, Honey Dijon, Sea Salt and Vinegar are dead even. Jalapenos in the wings. Berry is going off. Berry, this is a short one. All right, they all make it around. A slight problem. Oh, and they're coming back. All dead tied. Sea Salt and Vinegar goes down. Honey Dijon, Jalapeno. Honey Dijon, Jalapeno. Honey Dijon, Jalapeno. Jalapenos winner. Honey Dijon goes down. Give it up for Honey Jalapeno. We'd like to thank Kettle Chips, the best smelling factory in Salem.
Let's see what's going on across the West Coast League on this Tuesday, July 7th. Nanaimo already beat Edmonton up in Alberta 12-4. The Berries going to go up to Canada and take on the Riverhawks this weekend. Wenatchee is beating Port Angeles 5-0 in the top of the third. Kelowna 6-0 over the Kamloops North Paws, also in the top of the third inning. Victoria and Bend are locked up on Vancouver Island. Yakima 3-1 over Ridgefield. The Northwest Star Nighthawks, not a WCL team, right now beating the Bellingham Bells. Jake Dodge will start us off in the third inning with a strike. It's Berries Book Club night presented by Salem Public Library. I believe that they have a tent behind us in the concourse. Count 1-1. Alex Hamada at the dish. Ninth batter for Coach Mark Lynn and the DubSea Fish Sticks. Coach Lynn, the interim head coach for DubSea, who's promoted not that long ago, about a couple weeks. Chopper over to second. Linteo ranges over to make the play. Throw to first will retire Hamada. We've got one out in the third. Head coach to start the season for the Fish Sticks was Elliot Kribbe. Remember him from last year. Just recently got the job, University of Hawaii, Elo. So fly ball is hit to center. Noah Scher gets on his horse to go back to grab it. Makes the catch. Scher makes everything look like it's going over his head because he gets on his horse and sprints. Gives himself time to settle down and make the catch. He's a fantastic outfielder. That was Gullard. I believe he's only seen 2 pitches in this game. He's offered it both first pitch fastballs. Pop up and a fly out. Two outs in the top of the third. It's Jacob Rolling back in the box. He's 0 for 1. Hits one hard to left field. That's going to get down the line and roll all the way to the fence. Next to the foul pole, Jacob Rolling ends the no-hitter. It's the first base knock of the game for the Fish Sticks. Double down the line. Maybe some life for this DubSea offense. 93 miles per hour off the bat for Rolling. Guy who was just named the 2026 Metro League Player of the Year at Jesuit High School. Got a hold of the fastball from Dodge. Took that one to left field. Jacob Rolling on second, committed to Gonzaga. Number 6 overall player in the state of Oregon coming out this year. Pop-up's going to be over the stands on the third base side. Evens the count 1-1 for Noah Benedict. Another highly touted recruit. Playing his baseball at Puyallup High School. He'll be going to Colorado Christian. 2 straight foul balls gives us a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Mentioned the Fish Sticks playing Yakima up in Central Washington and then 2 games against Wenatchee last week. As the breaking ball stays north of the zone to even the count. They did beat the Pippins before dropping 2 games to the Apple Sox. Really put it on them. 24-2 the final score in game 1. This ground ball is hit off the feet of Dodge, ends up in the hands of Jake Dunning. Tyler Dunning, that's his name. And his throw is in time over first. How about an assist by the feet of Jake Dodge? Kicks it into the glove of Dunning. The throw to Catano's in time. That's out number 3 2.5 in the books. We can look at it one more time. Jake Dodge dances on the mound. Throw barely beats the runner, Benedict, to end the inning. Berries up 1 as we go to the bottom of the third. Marion Berries baseball live on YouTube in the WCL live app.
Friends cookbook on their head. That's Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And then Seth Rogen's yearbook. All right, we have the winner. The winner is Friends Cookbook. Give it up for Berries Book Club and the book balance race.
Colton Upfer sticking on the mound for the bottom of the third inning for DubSea. There will be Noah Scher leading us off, the center fielder, who struck out swinging in the first inning. Berries Book Club, you saw the in-between innings game. A couple of books on the top of the heads. Great job by the red sweater. She's still doing it. Back behind the DubSea dugout, showing off to her friends. Says, eat my dust. First pitch to Scher is a fastball outside, 85 out of the hand of Knupfer. I was talking about this Fish Sticks coaching staff. Elliot Kribbe taking a job, leaving the team. Pushes Mark Lynn into this role. As we see a chopper almost caught cleanly by Coach Brock. He knocked it down at third base and chucks that one back over toward his dugout. Not worried about the shoulder at all. This guy throws batting practice almost every single day. Fantastic baseball player in his own right. Played at Western Oregon and Lower Columbia. GNAC newcomer and player of the year in consecutive seasons. Helped lead the Wolves to a GNAC championship. I think it's called a foul ball by the third base umpire, Ken Robley. Pretty close by Scher. Pulled it down the third baseline. Thought it had a chance. Would have been trouble for the Fish Sticks no matter what. But they get some help. It's a 1-2 count for Scher leading off the inning. Berries up 1. The southpaw Knupfer heads to the plate. Way outside. Another one gets away from him. Marsotti could not get to it. It's a 2-2 count. The other coach on the staff for DubSea, Garrett DeGallier, former head coach of the Yakima Valley Pippins in 2025. Soft ground ball over to short. That's rolling. Crow hop in the throw. Nice stretch over at first by Bartholomew to bring in our first out. Coach DeGallier, also the director of baseball operations at Seattle University. One out, nobody out there for Hudson Flora. Freshman headed to UC Santa Barbara. Check swing, it was in the zone no matter what. Both teams with 13 wins on the summer. Just took the Fish Sticks 12 less games to get there. 6-5 in PIL play. Marion Berries 8-10 at home at Chemeketa Baseball Field so far this summer. 5-9 on the road. They're 3-7 in their last 10. I mentioned they just ended that 5-game losing streak, which started last Tuesday against the Springfield Drifters. Currently in 7th place in the WCL South. Still got a lot of games left to go. 22 to be exact in WCL play. Trying to work their way into second consecutive playoff spot as Flores spits on an outside curveball. Count 2-2. Ridgefield Raptors currently in first place, sealed up a playoff spot already after winning the first half. 2-2 from Knupfer. Fly ball to right field. Noah Benedict a couple steps in to make the grab. It's out number 2 in the bottom of the 3rd. Raptors 20-10 after being swept over the weekend by the Walla Walla Sweets, who are in 2nd place. They're working their way up. They've got a 1.5 game lead over the Corvallis Knights, who we saw 2 weekends ago, currently 16-14 in front of the Portland Pickles, who are in 4th. Yakima not far behind them. As Tyler Dunning checks his swing. Yes, he did on the curveball. Dunning walked in the 1st inning, ended up at 3rd base, was left stranded. Bend is in front of Marion, but the Berries hold the tiebreaker after that 2nd series sweep of the summer. Bend been playing a lot better baseball, 6-4 in their last 10. Started the season 6-12, and I thought that was a more talented team than the record showed. Put a couple of close games here at the ballpark. 1-1. That one just barely misses. Low and inside. Tyler Dunning hailing from Rancho Santa Margarita, playing his 14th game for the Berries, 2nd summer back. Great to have him back playing shortstop. Pops one up into the air. Shallow right center. And that's Goulard getting there first. 3 up, 3 down inning for the DubSea defense, keeping us at a 1-0 ball game. We will go to the 4th after the break. Live on YouTube and the WCL live app. This is Marion Berries Baseball. Top of the 4th inning here at Chemeketa Baseball Field. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another great day in the state capitol. 33rd game of the summer for the Berries, the 19th at home. New and improved baseball field. Jake Dodge pumps in a fastball low and outside for ball 1 to Evan Hellner, freshman from Bonnie Lake, Washington. Takes some high heat to even the count. Hellner, the DH tonight, he plays catcher, first base, and 3rd, all at Sumner High School. In the state of Washington, he was the #1 ranked catcher coming out in 2026. Fouls one back to even the count 2-2. 38th overall prospect coming out of the Evergreen State. All he's done today is walk. Dodge working quickly, the 2-2. Did it drop enough? It did not. Full count to start the 4th inning. Three-two pitch. Dodge. It's a pop up in the air. Taryn Carlson shielding the sun. He's in foul territory, and he will make the grab. Officially goes down. It's a P5. No Bartholomews. Braden Bartholomew, excuse me. 2nd summer in a row playing for DubSea up in the Pacific International League. Here's a grounder to Tyler Dunning. Throw on the run, lobbed on over there to Catano. Safely in his glove for out number 2. Bartholomew only saw one pitch, decided it was good enough. Rolls that one over to short. 2 outs, nobody out there for Will Cooley. He was an 80-mile-per-hour fastball up out of the zone. He grounded into a double play in the second inning. Finds himself in a 1-1 count from Kirkland. He's going to ground one up the middle. Can Lenteo get there? He cannot. Tried sliding on his knees, but it went under his glove. That's a base hit that gets through up the middle. It's our 3rd base hit of the game, 2nd for the Fish Sticks. Dodge came at him with a curveball. Lenteo could not get there. It's Peyton Barsotti back for his 2nd plate appearance. Walked in his first at-bat. Fastball inside to him at his knees. Hits one high into the air on the 1-0 pitch that's going back toward the wall. It is back. It is gone. Peyton Barsotti jumps all over an inside fastball. 97 off his bat. That one jumped out of here quickly. 97 off the bat. Big fella with a big swing. Gives DubSea the lead. Celebration for the boys in blue. They're up 2-1 in the top of the 4th. Don't know what the baseball did to Barsotti. Thing's got a family. Here's a liner to center. Can Noah Scher get there? Yes, he can. So a great inning for the Berries defense, minus the 1 swing. Barsotti takes Dodge deep. Score now 2-1, favor of the visitors. See if the Berries can even it up in our next half inning, bottom of the 4th. You're watching Marion Berries Baseball live on YouTube in the WCL Live app. Coming back after this. New pitcher on the mound for the DubSea Fish Sticks now with the 2-1 lead. That is Nathan Burke. Right-hand pitcher with the submarine throwing motion from DuPont, Washington, going into his junior year of college. Currently uncommitted after finishing up 2 years at Olympic College. First pitch in the zone, fouled off by Gavin Price, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging. Burke spent his high school career at Bellarmine Prep. 2 years at Olympic College, ended up with a 2-0 record. 6.39 ERA across 26 appearances as a reliever. Chopper, foul territory toward third. Count now 0-2. Burke threw 43 2/3 innings at Olympic for the Rangers. Struck out 34, walked 32. Comes to the plate with a payoff pitch. Goes with the off speed, 69 miles per hour, stayed inside. Actually had the 2026 WCL All-Stars announced earlier today. I'll give you the selections after this at-bat. Gavin Price finds himself in a 2-2 count. Came in batting .265 on the summer. Starting in left field, South Salem Saxon, one half of a dominant duo at South Salem with Noah Scher in the outfield. Spits on an outside curveball. Berries up 1-0 in the all-time series after beating the Fish Sticks 6-3 back on August 4th, 2025 in this very ballpark. 3-2 pitch is hit hard to the gap. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. 108 off the bat of Gavin Price. That one was hammered. Powerful swing gives Price a lead-up, stand-up double to start the bottom of the fourth inning. Got all over the fastball. Rolled all the way to the gap in left center. Barreled it up. AOE chiropractic sign in danger. No outs, a runner on. It's Damian Catano with a runner in scoring position. No outs. But back to the All-Star selections. It was announced this morning by WCL Commissioner Rob Nair. 3 berries. Going to be lucky enough to make the trip up to Victoria to play in the 2026 All-Star game. Catano steps out of the box. Sawyer Nelson, Martin Serrano, and Matthew Major are your 3 berries this summer. Selected as West Coast League All-Stars. Shout out to them. Putting together great summers, all 3 of them. Sawyer going to Loyola Marymount. Has the single season walks record already. Martin Serrano, top 3 in both home runs and RBIs in the entire West Coast League, 6 and 31 respectively. And Matthew Major has been coming on as of late, had 3 home runs in the series against Corvallis Knights. Smooth swing, great athlete, just committed to Toledo. Congrats to all 3 of them. Inside pitch, I believe that came to contact with the front arm of Catano. Yes, it did, hit by pitch. Puts 2 runners on early in the bottom of the 4th. There's guys out there for Taryn Carlson. Has already hit a ball hard in this game. Ended up at the warning track in center field. Another guy with a powerful swing. Going to go play in the infield for Washington State. Looking forward to his freshman year in Pullman. Pullman, a pretty city down in southeastern Washington on the Palouse. Little blooper. Back behind third base. Can anybody get to it? What a grab! Diving play. Wow. Tyler Eisenhut dove blind. Ended up with a present in his glove. Fantastic defensive play to snag our first out. Full extension, went airborne. Out of the dugout. Having a chat is Coach Mark Lynn. Here is was that last play. It was 2 runners on, no outs. Blooper off the handle for Taryn Carlson. Almost the perfect spot. Eisenhut dove back and made the grab. Fantastic play. One out, runners on first and second for Damari Hall, my player to watch. Looking to drive in his first runs of the summer. Just a handful of games played. Talking to Coach Mark Lynn before the game in the visitors' dugout, he was telling his guys making the trip down how much nicer this field looks than last summer when they made the trip down from Seattle. Pitch in the zone, sliding into third. That's another great effort by Eisenhut. This is a guy who puts his body on the line. Jumped over the sliding Price to keep the ball in the infield. Might have hurt himself. But both Berries steal a base. Price moves to third, Catano to second with 1 out. And here comes Coach Lynn to have a chat with his third baseman. There's the throw, wide of the bag. Great job by the Linfield Wildcat to knock it down. Not sure if he banged his knee, bruised something, but Eisenhut is going to stick around in the game. Bottom of the fourth, DubSea up 2-1 after a Peyton Barsotti 2-run shot to take the lead. It's Damari Hall on a 1-1 count with 1 out. Facing off against Nathan Burke. The pitch inside, swung on. And foul tip back for strike 2. Hall awaits the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Popped up into the air to the right side. It's going to stay in the field of play. Bartholomew makes the grab above his head. That's about the only thing you couldn't do. The runner on third and less than 2 outs. 2 down for the Fish Sticks defense, trying to hold on to this lead. Can Nolan Rowe come through with 2 runners in scoring position, down 1 run? Marion Berries 1-5 in the second half of WCL play. They started the season 5-1. 2 series wins at home against the Port Angeles Lefties and Bend Elks. Went south for a while. Didn't win a series until the end of June against the Portland Pickles at Walker Stadium. Making up the 3rd game of that series after it got rained out. That'll be on July 20th. About 2 weeks from today. First pitch to Rowe in the zone for a strike. He walked in the 2nd inning. Burke comes with the off speed. Low and away. Officially over an hour away from our first pitch. 7:51 p.m. on Tuesday, July 7th. Week out from the All-Star break. I mentioned the 3 guys that were selected on the Berries roster. Sawyer Nelson, Martin Serrano, and Matthew Major. All position players. Sawyer playing all over the place. Third, short, second, center. We saw him play against the Pickles. Martin Serrano alternates between starting behind the dish and being the DH. Have to have him in the lineup as much as possible, but has a day off today. All 3 of the guys do. Matthew Major, another third baseman and outfielder. There's a fastball from Burke that finds the zone. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Berries down 2-1 to DubSea. Two-strike pitch coming. Breaks out of the zone. DubSea changing their name from the Highline Bears for marketing purposes. Went with the edible item, the fish stick. Made that change 4 years ago in 2022. 3-2s fouled away, fended off by Rowe. Fish Stick's recent success in the Pacific International League 2025 PIL champs, first ever in their history. It's been a league that's been dominated by the Seattle Studs, league that started all the way back in 1993. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Nathan Burke gets Rowe swinging to end the inning. After two guys getting on base with no outs, they're going to be left out there. Berries can't make it happen. Still down 2-1 as we go to the top of the fifth. Live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. This is Marion Berries Baseball coming back after this.
We have Luigi, Sarah, and Brendan. And they're going to go around the Berry and back, and the first one back wins. Are you guys ready? All right, let's hear it. And they're off. Red is off to a commanding lead. It's going to be all red all the time. Green's trying to get some self-respect and make it, but red is going hard. Green's close on the tail. Green takes the inside line, and Green goes. But red is going to win. And Luigi slipped on a banana and comes in third. Thank you, Capital Auto Group. Any of you guys up for a pocket ice cream shot? Pocket ice cream. Moffitt doesn't allow.
Welcome back, everybody. If you want to join us at a Marion Berries home game, you can visit MarionBerriesBaseball.com with 30 dates on the schedule. We can't wait to see you here. Use that code BerriesLive on your screen for a free reserved seating ticket. Running out of time in the summer of 2026 to come out and enjoy a game at the ballpark. We'll have a game tomorrow to cap off this 2-game weekday series. Then about a week off for the guys. They go on the road to Edmonton. Jake Dodge misses low and outside for ball one in the 5th inning. Getting on a plane, flying to Calgary and making the drive to Edmonton for a 3-game interdivision matchup against the Edmonton Riverhawks. Then it's the WCL All-Star break, 13th through the 16th. Berries will be up in Seattle to take on these Fish Sticks next Thursday. And then we will be back at home Friday, July 17th, 3-game weekend series against the Springfield Drifters. Just 3 series left after this one. Drifters, Bellingham Bells coming to end off July, and then the Walla Walla Sweets, our final home series of the summer, August 3rd through 5th. 3-2 count to start the 5th inning. It's Alex Hamada leading off. He led off the second, ended up grounding out to second base. 3-2 pitch, blooped out to left. It'll drop down in front of Gavin Price for a leadoff single. Berries Book Club, presented by the Salem Public Library. It's our great national anthem by Stacy Fita in pregame, painting at the plate by Luca. And Addie Evans, Martin Serrano's girlfriend, the newly minted WCL All-Star. She pumped out the ceremonial first pitch as Coach Tucker Brock comes out of the dugout. I believe to pull our starter, Jake Dodge. He's going to end it giving up the base hit. Gave up 2 runs, 4 hits in the game. He will pass it off to Dax Teixeira. Round of applause for Dodge getting his first start of his Berries career. Kid from Beaverton, went to Southridge High School. This is 5th summer in a row playing summer collegiate baseball. Springfield Drifters in 2022. Played for Seguin in the Texas Collegiate League in 2023. Split the summer up in Alaska for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots and the Bend Elks in 2024, and he's in his 2nd summer with Marion. We'll take a quick break, let Dax Teixeira get warmed up on the bump here in the 5th inning. Marion Berries Baseball live on YouTube in the WCL Live app.
Well, look at that thing go. Maybe a double down the third baseline here at Verespi Field. One of our newest attractions here at the ballpark. We're going to take a step outside over the first base dugout of Verespi Field. Out past the Berries bullpen on the right field side. If you don't want to come out and watch the Berries, you can always come watch some wiffle ball at Verespi Field. The Berries ballpark. Out past the Berries bullpen. Make sure if you want to come on out, enjoy this, enjoy the game, use Berries Live promo to get a free reserved seating ticket.
Dax Teixeira, the right-hand pitcher, another guy from Beaverton, relieves Jake Dodge after 4 innings. Teixeira playing his college baseball at Lynn Benny, just red-shirted in the spring for the Roadrunners. 6'5", 205. Now leads the Berries in appearances on the bump this summer, 15. Also leads the Berries in wins as we see Hamada head towards second base. It's a foul ball and the hit and run by Rylan Goulard. That will send Hamada back to first base. Dax Teixeira, 3-2 record, 5.79 ERA. Last time we saw him was against the Portland Pickles in Game 1. He's thrown 18 2/3 innings, struck out 13, walked 11. Comes to Goulard with the 0-1. Misses outside. Ryan Goulard, the Linfield Wildcat from Renton, Washington, 0 for 2 with a pop out and a fly out in this game. Trying to move Hamada over to second base as Dax Teixeira misses outside again. Rylan Goulard, a golfer and a baseball player at Kent Ridge High School. Teixeira goes over to first. I believe that's the first pickoff move we've seen of the night. Played in 41 games as a sophomore for the Wildcats. Throw down to second. Nolan Rowe. One hopper to the bag. It's brought in by Linteo, the second baseman. They're going to gun down Hamada at second. Throw on line. Got there in time. Caught stealing. Nice throw from the great athlete Hudson Flora. Future Gaucho of UC Santa Barbara. Following in his brother's footsteps, Jackson Flora, you might have heard that name before. One of the best pitchers in college baseball this year. Definitely going to be drafted in the upcoming draft coming up July 11th this weekend. Hamada heads to second to throw. Linteo there in time. Here's a slow roller up the middle. Dunning's got to charge it. It's going to be a close play. Wow, how about the speed by Goulard? Beat the throw. Infield single for him. Got down the line with haste. Poked that thing out to short. And he was there easily. Past the bag by the time the ball got there. So 1 out, 1 runner on for Jacob Rolling. Guy was 1 for 2 with a double down the line. Teixeira goes over to first with it. Goulard, I mentioned, 41 games for the Wildcats, and he will be playing with Jake Dodge, who we saw start the baseball game. 66 pitches for Dodger, 37 strikes in 4 innings, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. Gave up 2 runs. Chopper to short. Tyler Dunning loses it. Don't see that very often. Got ahead of himself. Looked like he started going to first before he had the ball secured in and out of his glove, and that's an error to put 2 runners on for the Fish Sticks. High chopper over to short to the right of Dunning. His right-hand side. He's going to have to go to first with it anyway. Had no chance to get the out at second base. First pitch fastball. Catches the corner high and outside to Noah Benedict. Benedict has ended both the first and third innings. Pop out and a ground out, 0 for 2. Leans out of the way of an inside fastball to even the count. He's going to hit one hard over toward the Berries bullpen. It's knocked down by the netting. Glimpse of Varespi Field, first time seeing that in the ball game. Always a welcome sight. Saw me give a tour in between the break. A couple of future Berries playing wiffle ball out there. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Noah Benedict, Puyallup native, going to Colorado Christian. He swings and fouls off. An off speed from Teixeira. Count remains 1 and 2. DubSea, after the end of this 2-game series, will go back up for 3 games over the weekend. All PIL conference games against the Seattle Studs, Seattle Blackfins, and Northwest Honkers. Ran through the PIL standings. I mentioned the DubSea Fish Sticks currently in 3rd. Seattle Studs dominating. They've won 20 of the 28 PIL titles. So we see a swing and a miss. Teixeira gets Benedict swinging for our second out, the top of the 5th. He makes the slow walk back to the dugout. Teixeira went with the off speed, got him chasing. Two outs and 2 runners on. Teixeira will now be facing off against Evan Hellner. First pitch drops down into the zone. And here was the last strikeout. Over the top of it was Benedict, strike 3. Chopper down the line, goes foul. Taryn Carlson into his glove. Teixeira quickly goes up 0-2 in the count. Vaughn Lowe coming in, pinch hitting for Evan Hellner. Tacoma Community College baseball player from Seattle, 5'11", 185, down 1-2 in the count. Soft liner over to second. 1 hops to Colin Linteo, makes the throw to first, and that does it for the top of the 5th. Fish Sticks leave 2 runners on there after a couple of hits. But DubSea with the 2-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Berries baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. Taking a break, coming right back.
Cole Weber with you, the Marion Berries broadcaster. Getting mobile. We're out here at the front of the concourse. Right as you enter into the stadium, you come into this new and improved plaza, and everything about this place screams a fun time. We've got the Marion Berries merch container. Right as you walk in, you can get anything you want. Shirts, hats, accessories. This is the place. If you want to rep the Berries, you got to come here right as you walk in to your right. And as we keep going, the information desk, starting lineup, standings, Los Planditas, the food truck. They've always got great stuff, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, whatever you want here. But if you're not feeling it, you can always come to the Berries concession stand. Nachos, hot dogs, burgers, you've got anything you want. But don't sleep on the Marion Berries lemonade. If you come on out and you get their color-changing cup, you buy it once, you get free refills for the entire summer. A fantastic deal. Classic lemonade, Marion Berry lemonade, strawberry, raspberry, anything that you want, we've got it here. If you don't want the regular concession stand, don't forget Frankie Pardo, our concessions manager. He is over there cooking up some meats, brisket, tri-tip, pork, fantastic stuff. And that's what we've got down here on the plaza. I am up there at the Minuteman press box, calling the game for you. There's our PA announcer, Bobby Merwin, getting ready to go, but you gotta come on out to the ballpark, check this out.
Cole Weber, your voice of the Marion Berries, back for year 2 in the summer of 2026, welcoming you back to the Minuteman press box. Behind me, my producer, Ryan Goff. To my left, Luke Larson, Cooper Kripe, and Charlie Satterley, back to run the scoreboard. Everybody in the press box doing a great job. There's the salute by Larson, data analytics intern. Camera operator Mila Klauser out there doing a great job. Can't forget about the DubSea broadcaster Angus Trengmo. As we see a bunt fouled by Linteo, trying to start the 5th inning off with some trickeration. Drag bunt was almost there. Count 0-1. Halfway through this ball game, bottom of the 5th inning, Berries down a run. Scored all the way back, bottom of the 1st, as a sweeper misses way outside. Forgot to mention, probably should, that at the end of these 9 innings, if we were to be tied, we will not be going into extras. To determine the winner of this ball game, we're going to be doing a home run derby, 3 batters from each side. Get 3 pitches thrown, we will determine the winner after that. Non-league game, kind of do what you want. I think it's a fantastic idea. Only the case of us being tied after 9 innings. 2-1. Low and inside to Linteo. Misses for a ball. Linteo 0 for 1, lined out to left field in the 2nd inning. Kind of a tough catch to make by Will Cooley. Got it lost in the sun, caught it below his waist. Linteo did walk, and he scored the 1 run of the game for the Berries in the 1st. He's going to ground one up the middle to Rolling. The throw in time, brought in by the first baseman, Bartholomew. That's our first out, bottom of the 5th. Here's a summary of what's been going on through 4.5. DubSea up 2-1 over the Berries. There's Peyton Barsotti smashing one to left field, 2-run shot to give him the lead. They've got 5 hits compared to the Berries' 2. Even though they haven't been great, neither team has been great with runners in scoring position. 0 for 14 combined. Berries should have a lot more runs than they do. While I ran through that, we saw a pitching change by the DubSea Fish Sticks. Out of the game comes number 11, Nathan Burke. And now out on the bump. Trying to see the number. Doing a great job showing off the jerseys for the Fish Sticks. Royal blue, baby blue lettering. That is number 23, Santiago Guedes Rodriguez. Right-hand pitcher going to Pierce College. 5'10", 185 from Puyallup. He's going to be the next guy out there for Coach Lynn. We'll let him get all warmed up and take another 30-second break on the broadcast. I am Cole Weber. Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. Coming right back. There's a look inside the Berries bullpen as we come back after the break. I believe that's Taylor Worth throwing some pitches. A couple other guys getting mobile. Joseph Moreno walking around. Daniel Camus with the sweatshirt on, as he always does. Doesn't matter what the temperature is. He's wearing a sweatshirt. He's got the pants on. Always. That's a given. 1 out, nobody on for Santiago Guedes Rodriguez, second reliever of the game for the Fish Sticks. Finished up his freshman year at Pierce College. Pitched in 15 games, started 11 of them for the Raiders. Goes with a fastball to start, up and out to Noah Scher. Guedes Rodriguez finished with a 5-2 record with 1 save, 1 complete game for the Raiders. 71 innings pitched, 58 strikeouts to 36 walks. Here's his 1-0 pitch. Fastball again misses outside. That one 86 miles per hour. Noah Scher for 2, ground ball to short and a strikeout swinging. 23rd game of the summer. Came in batting .211 with 12 hits. 4 runs batted in and a home run. That was way back our first game of the summer against the Port Angeles Lefties. Santiago finds the zone with a curveball. Gives us 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody on. First Tuesday game for the Berries at home since June 2nd. A win against the Bend Elks. Another outside fastball makes it 3-1 to Scher. Trying to give the Berries a base runner. They've just got 2 hits in this game. You saw the stat, 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position. They've had guys out there. 3-1 pitch. Curveball that stayed up. Scher draws the walk. It's his 12th of the summer. Definitely up and in. Hudson Flores, the next Berry up, wearing the purple tops and white pants. Flora 0 for 2. Swinging strikeout, fly out to right field in the 3rd inning. Spits on a curveball that finds the zone. Flora, the EBAL Player of the Year in the East Bay Conference in 2026. Fantastic athlete behind the dish. A lot of speed. Very mobile. Got a great arm. We saw him already throw out a runner from behind the plate in this game. Got Alex Amata stealing. Pinch hit in Game 2 of the Portland series in the 9th inning. Led off with a triple down the right field line. Trying to recreate some of that magic. 2 triples on the year, 1 double. Represents his 3 extra base hits. Coming in with 9 total knocks on the summer in 20 games, 4 RBIs. Down 0-2 in the count with 1 out. Back to the plate. No. Going over to first is Guedes Rodriguez. Guy who's bilingual, speaks fluent Spanish and also speaks a little bit of French. Goes with the 0-2, swung on and missed. Way out in front is Flora. He goes back to the dugout, his 2nd strikeout of the evening. 2 down in the 5th. Tyler Dunning, after a fly out to center field to end the 3rd, is back in the box. Berries started the summer off 5-1 at home. They're since 3-9 in their last 12 games at Chemeketa Baseball Field. Beautiful ballpark, new and improved. Brought in the new reserved seating, added a bunch of different seats. Saw a record crowd last Friday for fireworks night. 2,301 as we see another pickoff attempt by Guedes Rodriguez. Haven't gotten word about the attendance today from our general manager, Pat Zajac. Another pickoff. This is not Major League Baseball, folks. You can do that as many times as you want. West Coast League, also a league without the pitch clock. Game is routinely running 3 hours plus. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Barsotti gives up on it. Allows Noah Scher to steal second base. Berries back with a runner in scoring position. That was a ball below the zone. Out there for Dunning. He's driven in 13 runs this summer. Couple big swings on Sunday. Leaves the fastball up and out. These Berries very excited to make an overnight trip to Edmonton. First time taking on that franchise up in northern Alberta. Riverhawks far away from everybody in the entire West Coast League as a slider catches the middle part of the zone. Evens the count 2-2. DubSea made the drive down. They didn't have a bus. They carpooled. A bunch of different vehicles. Definitely gritty. 2-2. That's hit hard to center field off the bat of Dunning. Back toward the wall. Catch is made by Rylan Gullard to end the inning. So hard hit baseball, 95 off the bat of Dunning, but right to a fielder. And that ends the 5th inning. DubSea holding on to that 2-1 lead as we go to the 6th. This is Marion Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app.
We're facing this way, right into the sun.
The final touches together ahead of opening night, but as you can see, all brand new synthetic turf, and the real coup de grace, I would say, is all of our brand new seats that we've installed. So we'll have some hospitality decks in the corners as well by the bullpens, and of course our fun zone and our new inflatable wiffle ball field making its debut tomorrow night as well. And we also purchased a new smoker for our new barbecue concession stand, so we'll have tri-tip sandwiches, brisket sandwiches, barbecue pulled pork as well, and expanding off of our award-winning Marion Berry barbecue sauce. We're going to be having our first fireworks night on the 3rd of July here at the ballpark, and then on July 17th, we're also going to be doing a drone show for all the fans. Check out our promo schedule. Every single night there's something different going on, something different and unique for families.
A look at the WCL scoreboard here on Tuesday, July 7th. We're not the only non-league game going on. Bellingham Bells up 3-1 over the Northwest Star Nighthawks. Nanaimo is finished in Edmonton, 12-4 win for them. Port Angeles is getting killed by the Apple Sox of Wenatchee 10-1. Kelowna 9-1 over Kamloops. Close game in Victoria, 4-2 the Bend Elks. As we see Dax Teixeira pump in a fastball down the pipe to start us off in the 6th inning with a 0-1 count. Braden Bartholomew, the first baseman, is up to bat 0-1. Ground out to short and hit by pitch. Pops one up in the air. Will it stay in the field of play? It will not. Almost able to make the catch. Almost had the opportunity to grab it in front of this Minuteman press box. I believe it ended up on top of our garage door. That would have been something. The eyes got big for a second. Count 0-2. High chopper over to second base. That's a new guy out there. Kyson Barney makes the transfer over to first base for the out. Kyson back wearing his number 18 jersey. Secures our first retired batter of the 6th inning. That pop-up was almost the perfect, went right over the netting, bounced off the concrete, ended up hitting the top of our roof. Flew right up in front of the opening here. First pitch flown out to the right side. It's in foul territory in right field. That'll drop in the Berries bullpen. Good chase by Damari Hall, losing the cap 40 feet ago. Pinch hitter in the box for DubSea. That's Jackson Dule. Dule playing his college baseball at Bellevue. Fouls another one off. Quickly down 0-2. Graduated from Covington back in 2024. He's going to hit one hard to center. Over the head of Noah Scher, off the fence. Another double for DubSea. They've been hitting baseballs hard. That one 96 into dead center. Jackson Dule going to Kentwood High School in Covington. Spent the last couple years at Bellevue. Here's the swing. Gives DubSea a base runner, 1 out, runner on second. It's Peyton Barsotti back. Spits on a first pitch ball way outside. Barsotti 1 for 1, 2-run home run. The reason DubSea has the lead, that was back in the 4th. He walked in the second inning as well. Finds himself up 2-0 in the count. Barsotti, a biology major at St. Mary's, 4-year varsity baseball player at Clovis High in the Central Valley outside of Fresno. He's worked his way into 3-0 count. He's named the 2025 All-TRAC Silver Slugger, as well as the second-team All-Conference selection, Road Series MVP. Finished his senior year at Clovis batting .370. Swinging bunt off the end of his bat, back into the glove of the pitcher Teixeira, who tosses it to first for out number 2. And here's the one that bounced almost into the press box. You could see it was close. Wingspan not enough. I did want it pretty bad. Who doesn't want a souvenir foul ball? Fred's got 2 of them. That's Eisenhunt behind the first pitch fastball, 0-1 count. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a line out to center field. West Seattle native. Eisenhunt, first team all-conference at Mount Hood Community College back in 2024. Before transferring to Linfield, he quickly goes down 0-2 in the count. Played his sophomore year with the Wildcats, 16 games, before medically redshirting this last spring. Awaits the 0-2 offering from Teixeira that drops down into the strike zone. Got him. Great pitch. 75-mile-per-hour curveball by Teixeira ends the inning. Punch out to keep DubSea at 2 runs. Up 2-1 over your Marion Berries. See if they can even it up in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gonna have to wait till after the break. Marion Berries baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app. DubSea Fish Sticks here at Chemeketa Baseball Field for the non-league series. Both teams coming in with 13 wins. It's the Fish Sticks 13-7 on the summer. Marion 13-19, 3-7 in their last 10 games. Currently 7th of 8 teams in the WCL South, but it's really bunched up there in the middle. 2.5 games behind the last playoff spot, the Portland Pickles in 4th. Just lost that last series to them, 1-2. Santiago Guedes Rodriguez is the guy on the bump for the Fish Sticks, back for his second inning of action. He will face off against the leadoff, Gavin Price, who hit a baseball really hard last time. I believe it's the hardest baseball I've seen hit by a Berry this summer, 108 miles per hour into the gap in left center field. .1-0 pitch. Slider that finds the zone, upper half. Gavin Price going back for year number 2 in Louisiana Monroe. He's a Warhawk. Loved Louisiana, never been there before. Surprised how nice the people were in the bayou. It's another slider, this one missing outside. He was especially excited to come back to Oregon, his home. Get to play in the weather, play with some of his South Salem high school teammates, get a bunch of ABs. Another hard hit ball, this one a grounder to short, rolling his throw over to Bartholomew at first for an out. 87 off the bat of Price. He never hits anything softly. Didn't even square that one up. A couple of facial expressions by Jacob Rowling after making the play. Damian Catano is the next Berry up. On a day that we saw the 2026 WCL All-Stars get announced by Commissioner Rob Nair, a guy that we've had on this broadcast, back for WCL Game of the Week, the very first in WCL history against the Yakima Valley Pippins on June 19th. Rob Nair came on and talked about the upcoming All-Star Game in Victoria, how good of a show it's going to be. 1-0 popped up. Catano's behind it. That one out of play, bounces between a couple of picnic tables. Marion Berries is going to be part of another WCL Game of the Week celebration. That will be on Friday as the guys go up to Edmonton to take on the Riverhawks. WCL Game of the Week on July 10th, leading off that 3-game weekend series. Tune in to the broadcast on the WCL Live app and on the Edmonton Broadcast Network. Al Coates, the play-by-play, has been doing it up there for a long time. 2-1 count to Catano. 1-for-1 with a double to left center. Off-speed gets away from Guedes Rodriguez. Second hit of the summer for Catano. Two-way player for the Berries this year. More appearances on the mound than anything. I mentioned San Gabriel Valley All-Area Player of the Year twice. First team All-State. And he's out in front of a fastball to even the count. Excuse me, make it full. 86 mile per hour fastball. Catano committed to St. Mary's for his freshman season of college baseball. 3-2 pitch, swung on and waved at. We've got our second out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Guedes Rodriguez gets him with the high stuff. Dealing in the bottom of the 6th inning. Taryn Carlson trying to salvage this inning. He's got nobody out there and 2 outs. 0 for 2, fly out and pop out to his name. Takes a first pitch slider that catches the outer half of the strike zone. Umpires tonight behind the dish, Doug Grote. Out on the bases, Michael Smith and Ken Robley. 3 umps for the non-league game. Slider again, that's a great pitch. 74 out of the hand of Guedes Rodriguez. There's a great look at Doug Grote, guy that we've had in the past, if you can remember back to last summer, the inaugural season of Marion Berries baseball. A welcome addition to the West Coast League. 0-2 pitch coming. Hard hit grounder to short, backhanded by Rolling. His throw. That's over there. Another nice stretch by Bartholomew, but it beats Carlson, excuse me. 3 up, 3 down. Berries sticking at that one run that came across in the bottom of the first. They're down 2-1. DubSea is going to try to add to that lead in the top of the 7th. We will go there after the break. Marion Berries baseball live on YouTube in the WCL live app.
Doofus and McGee. The rules of this is you throw a tortilla frisbee at the can. If it hits the can by itself, it's 1 point. If you slap it in the top with your partner, it's 2 points. And if it goes in the hole in the front, it's 3 points. We're going to start on the first base side with 2 people I like. All right, Brianna and Oliver, throw your first one. That feels like 2 points. Over here. That's 0 points. Over there. 2 more points over here. Nothing. Over there. All right, that's 27 points over here. And somebody put it, oh, it's gonna come off the field. You almost got in trouble for that. Give it up for Grayson Bonato and Addie.
Now pitching for your Berries, number 38, Joseph Moreno.
Top of the 7th inning in Salem, Joseph Moreno, the new pitcher on the mound for the Berries. Another St. Mary's Gale. They're all over the place here at the ballpark. We saw the tortilla can jam in between innings. Grayson Bonato, another pitcher for the Berries, went out there and got the W. Representing the Berries in purple. There's a great look at Joseph Moreno, the southpaw wearing number 38 from West Covina, California. Moreno's 3rd appearance of the summer. He's got a 3.00 ERA. Goes fastball to start, below the zone. 0-1 record, 3 innings pitched. Struck out 1, walked 2, gave up 4 hits in those 3 innings. Goes back to the fastball, low once more. Moreno, 6'4", 185, best friends. Grew up with Daniel Camus in Southern California, both of them going to South Hills High School. Another fastball outside, but it catches a piece. Moreno made 11 appearances on the bump for the Gales as a freshman, team that made it to the NCAA tournament. We're a game away from going to a super regional. Lost to Cal Poly. Counts 3-1. Alex Amata leading off another inning. Chopper goes foul toward the Berries dugout. Bounces untouched. First base coach going over to get it. That's Garrett DeGallier. I mentioned the director of baseball ops at Seattle University, the former head coach of the Yakima Valley Pippins in 2025. Here comes the 3-2. Fastball, low, very close. Called ball 4. Second time in a row that Hamada has been on to lead off an inning. Led off the 5th with a single to left field. Was then caught stealing. Back to the top of the order we go. Ryan Gullard shows bunt, pulls it back. Fastball, misses low. Ryan Gullard played 41 games for Linfield in 2026, batted .329, 2 homers, 23 runs batted in, 6 doubles, and hits one high in the air, back toward the fence in center, back toward the wall. It is off The black screen for a double. Another hard hit baseball by DubSea. That's a lot of doubles. Halfway up the fence in center field. Off the batter's eye. 98 off the bat, Ryan Gullard. Now 2 base hits in the game. Jumped all over the fastball. 2 base runners in scoring position for the Fish Sticks, looking for their 14th win of the summer. Right now with the lead. There goes Moreno. Gets a swing and a miss from Jacob Rolling. Rolling's been on twice. Another guy with the double. His down the left field line in the 3rd inning. Also reached on an error in the 5th. Don't usually see that from Tyler Dunning. Grounder up the middle. Nice base hit. That's going to score one. Are they going to bring the other one home? They will not. So we'll stick with an RBI single for Jacob Rolling. Drives in the 3rd run of the game for DubSea. Berries had brought the infield in at the green. Put it in the right spot, right by the pitcher Moreno. 3-1 is the score. Still no outs in the top of the 7th. Runners on the corners. Another look at Rolling. Golfing that one right back up the middle. Moreno goes with the off speed to start against Noah Benedict. That one's low and outside for ball 1. We've seen some movement out in the field for the Berries. I mentioned Kyson Marney coming into second base. Nice pickoff by Moreno. What are we going to do with it? It's 1st and 3rd situation. Running him back to the bag. Can they make the tag? They can. Kyson goes to the plate. Can they get both? They got him at home. Did they make the tag at second base? Coach Brock is going to ask the same question. I thought they got him. I thought Kyson might have touched him and then made the throw home. Berries execute on the 1st and 3rd. That was a brilliant pickoff move by Moreno to manufacture an out. Had Rolling dead to rights. Got in a pickle. And when they saw the runner, Ryan Gullard, go toward the plate, they got him. Flora put the tag on. 3 umpires having a chat. Grote, Smith, and Robley. Here's a look at that play. Lefty, always sneaky. A lot of throws back and forth before finally they sent him home. And they called him out at second. So a double play by the Berries. Just eradicated all the base runners from the diamond. And now it's Coach Lynn going to have a chat with the umpires asking, how did you make that change? Here's the throw home by Barney. Sidearm to Flora. And there's Roman Mahler looking at it. Flora putting the tag on. Great job to get Rylan Gullard coming home. It was a tough call over at second on the base paths. Just had to have the angle to see it. Coach Mark Lynn, the interim head coach for DubSea, spends time the rest of the year as the head coach at North Creek High School in the Seattle area. We've got 2 outs now in the top of the 7th. DubSea's already brought a run home, up 3-1. But a big swing for the defense. It's Noah Benedict, now alone out there. 1-0 count. He says, where did all my friends go? Fastball. Misses just low. He's up 2-0 in the count. Another low fastball bounces to Flora behind the dish. 3 balls and no strikes. We're talking about the PIL standings this summer. 6 different teams, all of them in the greater Seattle area. Seattle Studs 11-1 record sitting in first place. There's a pitch that finds the zone, 3-1 count. Seattle Blackfins in second, 7-3. It's the DubSea Fish Sticks in third, 6-5. Behind them, the Northwest Honkers, Everett Merchants, and Redmond Dudes, 2-11 in last place. There's a 5-pitch walk by Benedict. Adds a base runner back for the Fish Sticks. A lot of teams have come and gone in the Pacific International League's history. A lot of teams that ended up starting the West Coast League. The Aloha Knights, Bellingham Bells, Bend Elks, Kitsap Blue Jackets, all of them started out in the PIL. Swing and a miss. Vaughn Lowe not even close to the breaking ball. Vaughn Lowe playing his baseball at Tacoma Community College. Spits on an outside off-speed pitch to even the count at 1 apiece. Batted .301 in both his freshman and sophomore years for Tacoma. Offers it a fastball, fouls it out of play. 95 hits in 2 seasons, 84 games played, 2 home runs, 26 extra base hits, 56 RBIs, 28 both years. Very similar seasons for him, going from year 1 to year 2. Down 1-2 in the count. Here comes Moreno. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing. Off speed, low and away. Can't get to it. That ends the inning. So nice bounce back by the Berries defense. 2 runners out there, no outs. Had already given up a run. It was a double by Rylan Gullard. Off the wall in center field. He was brought home by Jacob Rolling. Single up the middle. Bounces by Moreno. Berries defense made something happen. It was Moreno with a pickoff to first. They would get Rolling out in the pickle. 1 throw, 2 throws, 3 throws. Tag made and the throw home by Kyson Barney to Flora. And tags out Gullard at the plate for the second out. Punch out by Moreno ends the inning. Look inside the Berries dugout as we go to a break. Berries baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. Berries down 2. Welcome back to the broadcast at Chemeketa Baseball Field. 3-1 lead for the DubSea Fish Sticks coming down from Seattle for the non-league 2-game series. New pitchers, the lefty Ryder Peterson, a Whitman Blue. Just finished off his freshman season. Major in engineering, 2025 graduate of Sumner High School. Born in Tacoma. Pitched 10 games for the Blues in the spring as Damari Hall offers it a low pitch to start the at-bat, 0-1. Ryder Peterson, 0-1 record, 6.27 ERA for Whitman in 2026. And he Draws another swing and miss from my player to watch, Damari Hall. Here's a great catch that he made earlier in the season against the Pippins of Yakima Valley. Losing the cap and getting down on the ground. Powerful swing, just has to connect. He swung and missed twice in this at-bat. The 0-2 swung on and missed again. Second strikeout of the day for Hall. He's 0 for 3. And we've got a guy coming up for his first at-bat of the summer in the Berries uniform. Guy you might remember, Jake Allen, pinch hitting in the 9 spot here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's great to have him back. Outfielder. He's been with the Berries all summer, just hasn't had the opportunity to play. Takes a first pitch fastball outside for a 1-0 count. You can remember back to last summer, Jake and his twin brother Ben, both McNary Celtics, graduating not that long ago. Spent the inaugural summer with Marion. Fouls that one off the end of his bat. Jake, a football and baseball player for the Celts. Second team All Central Valley Conference honoree, is both a pitcher and outfielder for McNary. He's playing his college baseball at the University of Portland. Awaits the 1-1. Leaves that one up and out. There's the Portland Pilots helmet. Completely works with the uniform combination. Black and purple. Berries down 2. Offense has been held silent since the first inning. That's a slider that tried to catch the low outside corner, but unsuccessful. 3 balls, 1 strike to Jake. 5'10", 185. 20th birthday coming up on Sunday. 3-1. Up above the zone, so Jake Allen, his first plate appearance of the summer. It's a free 90. After the strikeout by Damari Hall, it was Jake Allen watching a couple balls go outside. He fouled one off, but other than that, nothing good to hit. Final pitch of the at-bat puts him on first base. Tying run at the plate. Colin Linteo's moved over to shortstop. Still in the 1 spot in the lineup. Takes the first pitch strike. Linteo 0 for 2 after the leadoff walk of the game. Attendance tonight, as reported, our GM Pat Zajac, 852 on this Tuesday night. Swing and a miss, Linteo. Like a 70% swing by him. Peterson got him with the off speed. Peterson struck out 15 in the spring for Whitman. Walked 18 and 18 2/3. Up 0-2 in the count. He's going to go to first with it. Sun getting low in the sky. You can kind of see the reflection. The beautiful orange and purple to the east. Count still 0-2. Pitch to Linteo. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout. Second of the inning for Peterson. He's got 2 down for the Fish Sticks. Two outs and a runner on first goes to Noah Scher. He walked in his last plate appearance. He had a fantastic career at South Salem. Multi-time first-team All-League with the Saxons. Graduated in 2025 as the program leader in hits, singles, runs, hit by pitches, and was tied with Gavin Price for games played. 5th-ranked outfielder coming out state of Oregon, according to Baseball Northwest in 2025. Played 39 games for the Roadrunners of Lynn Benton in the spring. Had a .279 as a freshman, 41 hits. 2-0. Bounces to the plate. No share way up in the count. It's Jake Allen over on first. Great to have him back in the Berries purple. .3-0 hitters count. Here comes Peterson. Fastball. Stays up. Noah Scher. Little double take. Hesitated for a second, but now he gets to take his base. Pitch was definitely high. He's right, though. Umpire Doug Grote kind of got into the stance. Like he was going to call a strike. Decided against it. That's the right call. 2 runners on, 2 outs. Coach DeGallagher is going to go have a chat with his infield. Tying run is on first base. With Hudson Flora, the next berry up. Some movement in the DubSea bullpen. As you can see, the slide in the fun zone behind it, always occupied. DeGallagher goes back to the dugout. And he's radioing out to the bullpen. So there's going to get somebody warmed up out there. What can Hudson Flora do? Runners on first and second and 2 outs. Running out of time here on Tuesday night. First pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Flora struck out swinging twice in this game. He's also flown out to right field. Guy who loves the game of baseball. We're going to see him here until he has to leave in early August. Go start summer school at UC Santa Barbara. That's what all the Gauchos do coming in. Grounder to third and going to touch his own bag is Eisenhut. Grabbing out number 3. That does it for the bottom of the 7th. Berries still held to just 1 run in this game. They're down 3-1. We're going to take a look at how we got to this point. 2-run lead for DubSea. It's a wild pitch that scored Colin Linteo from third in the bottom of the first inning. Scored easily. Saw a couple wild pitches early in the game. Damon Catano would double to left center. Ball that kind of got away from the left fielder, Will Cooley. Catano, that was the leadoff. The second was left stranded. Berries had the lead until the top of the 4th. Peyton Barsotti stepped on one, hammered it over the left field fence to give the Fish Sticks the lead. They drove in Will Cooley along with him. Since the 4th, it's been all Fish Sticks. Gavin Price hit a baseball hard. If you can remember back to the 4th inning, but he was left on base too. Marion has been terrible with runners in scoring position. DubSea with 8 hits in this game. Here's another one of those doubles. Bouncing off the wall in center field. They've had a handful. That's why they hold on to that 3-1 lead as we go to the 8th. Joseph Moreno staying on the mound. Wind is picked up here at the ballpark. 67 degrees, dropping about 15 since first pitch. Wind blowing at about 8 miles per hour, 16 mile per hour gusts toward the southeast. Braden Bartholomew will lead off for DubSea in the top of the 8th inning. Grounds 1 foul to start. Bartholomew from Sammamish, Washington, graduate of Skyline High School. Went to high school with a guy that I played college football with at Pacific, Braden Titus. If you're listening, Braden, love to have you on the broadcast. Pitch missed by Moreno, evens the count 1-1. Bartholomew in the game. 0 for 2, was hit by pitch way back in the 2nd inning. He'll ground one to second. Kyson Barney snaps it up and throws on over to first for our first out of the 8th. Beautiful sky in the state capitol. Summers in Oregon can't be beat. I'm telling you. Spent 23 years here. Hits every single time. Low fastball from Moreno. Represents ball 1 to Jackson Dulé. Doubled to center field last time he was up. Leaves an off-speed outside. Chopper over to third, charging it. Carlson, throw on the run. In time, that's a nice play by the third baseman. Future Washington State Cougar showing off the range. Tosses it back to his pitcher. That's 2 down. Had to get mobile, come up from his spot at the hot corner to get it in the green. Sidearm throw, beats the runner. So after 2 ground balls, we've got 2 outs. Foul ball back by Peyton Barsotti. Gives us a 0-1 count. Top of the 8th. 852 fans made this a priority on their Tuesday night in the middle of the summer, July 7th. Berries over halfway through the WCL season. We've looked ahead at what they've got going at home, but that's not it. Got a bunch of important series still hanging around. They play the Springfield Drifters 6 more times this year, 3 at home, 3 on the road. Those are going to be super important because they were swept by the team that's in last place in the WCL South as Moreno draws a swing and a miss to end the 8th inning. Barsotti goes down swinging. Goose egg on the board for the Berries defense in the top of the 8th. Got to get runs, got to get them fast. Late inning baseball. We will go to the bottom of the 8th after the break. Live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. This is Marion Berries Baseball. Thanks to SA Studio and Design for the photos of the night. Here's a look at the WCL scoreboard on Tuesday. Still only 1 game final. Some blowouts across the WCL. Wenatchee and Kelowna getting close to W's. Victoria 10-5 over Bend. Yakima 8-3 over Ridgefield, who dropped 3 in a row. Team still in first in the WCL South. It's going to be the first at-bat of the ball game for Kyson Barney. Talked to his brother Cale before the game. Cale said that he's the better athlete. Kyson had the same assertion. Both of them going to Oregon State As a slider drops into the zone to even the count. Kyson Barney on the summer has 52 at-bats under his belt. He's batting .212, 2 doubles. Takes a pitch high above the zone. Kyson a homer, 12 RBIs, playing second base. Smooth over at second. His brother Cale committed first to Oregon State. Kyson followed suit. They'll be going down to Corvallis. Don't have much time left here at Marion. They start their lifting and work with the Oregon State Beavers in early August. We're getting close to that. Coming up near the end of the summer, hard ground ball goes foul off the bat of Kyson. 32 WCL games played, 22 left. We'll see 3 this weekend before the WCL All-Star break. Then Berries will be back at home Friday the 17th against the Drifters, 3-game weekend series. Then they'll have 7 straight games on the road. Portland on Monday the 20th, 3 at Ridgefield, 3 at Springfield again. Another foul ball keeps Barney alive. Ridgefield series gonna be big. That's a team that doesn't really have anything to play for besides seeding. They've already made the playoffs after winning the first half. Maybe an opportunity to snag a couple of wins that you might not have normally. It's a team that swept the Berries earlier this season. Liner out into center. That's going to get down into the green grass. Off the bat of Kyson Barney. There's a base hit, just the 3rd of the game for Marion. Kyson coming into the game replacing Tyler Dunning. Does his job in the box. Here it is again. A little soft liner that drops down in front of Gullard, the center fielder. Another chat being had on the bump, and that actually might be a pitching change. So no more Ryder Peterson. We'll see who comes out of the Fish Sticks pen. Holding on to that 2-run lead. Berries no outs, runner on first. We believe that's number 13, Finn Still, the right-hand pitcher from Southeastern. Still have to wait to get confirmation. Got to show himself. Hiding behind the trees. He's definitely a righty. Finn Still standing 5'10", 190. There he is from Buckley, Washington. One more look. Base hit from Kyson Barney. A different angle of it on the right-hand side of the batter's box. He's on first. Finn Still coming to the bump. Spent his junior year at Southeastern down in Florida. Went to White River High School in Washington. Roots for the Mariners. But his favorite athlete is Mike Trout. That just doesn't really work for me. You root for a team in a division, you root for a guy that comes up and plays a bunch of games. Yeah, I'm not going to root for Shohei Ohtani, I'll tell you that. And there's a look at Matthew Major, one of the 3 WCL All-Stars this summer for the Berries. Guy recently committed to Toledo, going back to his home state in Ohio. Talking to assistant coach Kevin Moffitt. Major, Sawyer Nelson, and Martin Serrano all selected as All-Stars in the Berries' second summer. Trying to get back into this ball game, down 3-1. Berries Book Club Night, presented by the Salem Public Library. Got a bunch of book-themed games in between innings. Finn Still, 2-1 record in 2026 at Southeastern. 2 starts, 9 appearances, 7.08 earned run average, 20 innings. Gonna close this thing out for DubSea. Even up the all-time series against Marion. Pitch coming to the plate. Popped up into the air by Gavin Price. 1 for 3 with that double to left center in the fourth. Coming to play with the 0-1. Another pop up into the air. Is it going to stay in fair territory? Rolling. The shortstop going to get it. It's going to drop foul. He overran it. And that's a great audio clip by our promotions manager, Owen Adams. Jacob rolling, overrunning. The foul pop up. Down the left field line. That would have been the first out. Gavin Price lives to see another pitch. It's a long way to go for rolling. Losing the cap on the way there. Probably should have been the left fielder's ball. Much easier play for him. It's Will Cooley playing out there, the future Gonzaga Bulldog. Both those guys running toward the ball. Future Gonzaga Bulldogs. 0-2, swung on and whiffed at. Some high cheese blows by Gavin Price for a first out of the bottom of the eighth. Too many strikeouts in this game for Marion. Too many on the summer. Tucker Brock does not love it. This is a team that leads the WCL in strikeouts as an offense. First pitch offering from Still is fouled back by Damian Catano, the first baseman. 1 for 2 with a double. Was hit by pitch in the fourth. He's been on twice. Has not scored. 11th game played for the Berries this summer. Came in a little later after his high school season was done. Barely catches a piece of the off speed. Fouls it back. Damian Catano, two-way player, struck out 87 batters his senior season at Arcadia High School, also hitting .353 with 26 runs batted in. The 0-2 chopped off his body, another foul ball. It was 7-5 on the mound, 1.68 ERA. Committed to St. Mary's for 2026-27. Gillespie Field has been deflated. Bunch of Berries fans you saw right behind home plate. 0-2, liner up the middle, over the glove of Rolling, the shortstop. And another single into the outfield for the Berries. Damian Catano, second hit of the day. He's 2 for 3. Nice job by him. Kind of off the end of his bat with 2 strikes. Just over the head of Rolling at short. Now 1 out, 2 runners on for Taryn Carlson, looking for his first hit of the evening. Came in batting .204. 10 hits, 11 RBIs, a home run. Was up in Yakima. He hits one hard to the gap. It's going to get down. One's going to score for sure. Catano rumbling to third. Kyson Barney crosses home plate. RBI single. You knew Taryn Carlson was due. Drives in a run. Cuts the deficit to 1. .94 off the bat. Opposite field gapper. Nice swing by Carlson to bring home a run. 88-mile-per-hour fastball in the upper half of the zone. Belted to the outfield. 3-2 is your score. Coach Brock now going to have a chat with his guys. Damari Hall is the next guy up. Have to think. Do you think Coach Brock is going to have him put down a bunt here with one out. Try to move another guy over into scoring position. We'll see what gears are turning in Coach Brock's brain. Damari Hall, my player to watch tonight. Coming back to the right-hand batter's box. On deck, Jake Allen. We saw him walk in the last inning. Tying run is on third base. Let's see what Damari Hall can do, what he's been asked to do. With runners on the corners, one out. First pitch to Finn Still. Thought about the bunt. Showed it, pulled it back, but the fastball found the zone. Hall looks at the sign from Coach Brock down at third. Coach Brock usually manning third base. It's Kevin Moffitt over at first for much of the entirety of this 2 years for the Berries. One strike pitch from Still is swung at and missed by Damari Hall. So he falls down 0-2 in the count. Hall's 0 for 3 tonight. 2 strikeouts and a pop out. Got him with the slider breaking away. Pitcher's count for Still. Up 0-2. Steps off. DubSea making the drive down from Seattle, about 4 hours from the Emerald City. Oh, 2 pitch. Hall thought about it, held himself back. Outfielder from Las Vegas. Played at the powerhouse Bishop Gorman in the Sin City. 6'4", 205. Decided to go play baseball at UNLV. Here comes the 1-2. Hard ground ball to short. Rolling, gets to it. Can Hall beat the throw to first base? Oh my goodness. The second baseman Hamada was taken out by the sliding Carlson. No call made by the umpires. They weren't going to get him anyway. Hall was going to be safe. So an RBI ground ball by Damari Hall. He does his job and brings the tying run home to score from third. That's Damian Catano. Coach Lynn's talking about the play that just happened. 97 off the bat of Hall. Hard ground ball. Made rolling turn all the way around. There's Hamada. Getting his left leg taken out by Carlson. They had no chance to get the out. All is quick. I mentioned he was going to go play wide receiver at Washington State. They're going to leave him over there. 3-3. Tie ball game. I mentioned we're not going to go into extra innings if this thing ends up tied. We'll have a home run derby following the culmination of the 9th inning. Finn Still in the stretch on the bump with 2 outs, going up against Jake Allen. Second plate appearance. Fly ball out to right. Noah Benedict. It drops in front of his glove. Allen going 2. Now he's going 3. Hall coming home to score. And Jake Allen, he was just going on vibes. First hit of the summer drops down. It brought Hall home to score for the lead. Got caught in between second and third. They throw him out, but he brings home the leading run. Berries get 3 in the bottom of the 8th. Now hold a 4-3 lead over the visiting Fish Sticks. 3 hits in the inning. Golfed one opposite field. Off the end of his bat. Noah Benedict couldn't get to it. We will take a break on the broadcast. Berries Baseball live on YouTube at the WCL Live app. Coming back after this.
Well done, well done. Those vocal lessons are just coming in good for you, Leroy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 9th inning. Berries now with the lead. They brought it back, came back, scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Now trying to close out the win on Tuesday night. I believe that is Roman Mahler, who's been brought in to try to get the save. Left-hander, submarine pitcher from Willamette. Going to try to shut down the Fish Sticks. Shout out Jake Allen coming in, getting his first ABs of the summer, driving in the leading run, double on the right field line. Due up to hit for the Fish Sticks. We've got a pinch hitter to start. Isaac Watson, two-way player at Centralia from Battleground, Washington, 6'1", 195. There's a great look at Roman Mahler, Oakview, California native. First pitch of the at-bat at the feet of Watson. Roman Mahler this summer. He's made 4 appearances coming in, 6.75 ERA in 4 innings. 2 strikeouts. Goes back to the zone with a fastball. Catches the high outside corner to even the count. Watson, grounder to third. Carlson eats it up. His throw. Nice play. 5-3 to get the first out at the top of the 9th inning. Berries 2 away from a comeback win. Alex Hamada, left-hander, coming back to second base. We saw him get taken out in that double play attempt in the last inning. Nothing was called. He's been on base the last 2 times he's been up. Walk and a single left field. 2 for 3. 1-0 count against Roman Mahler. Playing his second summer collegiate baseball. 2024, he spent it over in New York. Horseheads Hitmen. Holds the Nordhoff High School career record for strikeouts with 162. Comes with a fastball inside. It's a 3-0 count to Alex Hamada. Sophomore at Chaminade from Melissa Viejo, California. Hamada takes the pitch in the zone. He's had to spit on it with a 3-0 count. Hamada played 35 games for Chaminade in the spring, batted .221. Season included a 10-game on-base streak. 23 hits, 9 RBIs. 3-1, it's hit hard, out of play, into where Varesby Field once stood. Straighten that thing out, it's got a chance. It's now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Hamada. 1-run lead for the Berries. First non-league game of the summer. Here comes Roman Mahler. Goes outside with the fastball. It misses, and a walk for Hamada. Base runner for the Fish Sticks. He's the tying run. 852 fans still making noise here at Chemeketa. One out runner on first. Go back to the top of the order. Rylan Gullard. 2 for 4. Double and a single. His last 2 at-bats. Pops one up. Just got under it. Kyson Barney says, I'll take that one. Infield fly ball. Lets it drop. Gets the out at second, so no infield fly. Officially goes down as 4-3 in the books. Pop up. Drops in front of Barney. Savvy play by him. Trying to see if he could turn 2. Hamada stayed put at first base. First pitch fastball. Inside half of the strike zone to Jacob Rolling. 2 outs and a runner on first for DubSea. Game flipped on its head in the bottom of the 8th. 3 runs by the Berries. Fly ball to right. Back toward the wall. Damari Hall, can he get there? He can. How about the Marion Berries coming through with a comeback win in late innings? There's the light show at Chemeketa. Feels good to win a couple games in a row at home. 4-3 W coming back. Offense was dormant for much of the game, played possum, came back to life in the 8th inning. 3 runs off of 3 hits. How about Jake Allen coming through? Good showing by the guys. We go to 2-0 all-time against the Fish Sticks. It's the Berries' 14th win of the summer, first in non-league play. They're now 9-10 overall at home. Game time. Officially about 2 hours and 40 minutes. Take a break on the broadcast. Come on back to talk to our Berry of the game after it. Stick with us. Berries Baseball live on YouTube in the WCL live app. Welcome back inside the Minuteman press box, everybody, with my berry of the game, Jake Allen. Jake, man, it's great to see you, dude. It's great to have you back. Yeah,
Thank you.
It's awesome.
It's good to be back.
I got to ask you first, what did you feel getting to go up there with your first at-bat late in the game? Did you feel ready? Did you feel warm? Did you feel ready to go?
Oh, I mean, I was ready, but I was nervous. I mean, I've been getting ABs with the other team, the Primo Canes.
Primo Canes, yeah.
Berries, like, I don't know, just like backup team or whatever. And I don't know, it's just nerve-wracking being out here playing in front of all these people again. But it's a blessing. Like, I'm so happy to be out here and just happy to be back.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's baseball. You're playing a game, getting to come out. You came through, and you made the most of the two opportunities that you got. You walked, got on base, and then you come up, tie ball game, Damari Hall, 2 outs on first, and you hit one out to right field. What were you thinking when it went off the bat?
Honestly, off the bat, lazy pop-up in my eyes. But I saw he was playing pretty deep, so I think I just got lucky with where they were positioned. You can't complain, though. It hit's a hit.
Hey, I mean, baseball, that's baseball. Sometimes you hit it hard and it goes right at a guy. Sometimes you hit it soft and there's nobody over there, and that's exactly what you did. What was going through your mind when you were walking up? You're like, man, you know what? I could win this thing right here.
Just do damage. Get on to the first year that you see. I mean, you're not going to – I mean, he was kind of everywhere, but I was just ready to go. I was just looking for that heater, and I got it. And, you know, I didn't get it very good, but at the end of the day, it hits a hit, and we won the game, and that's all that matters.
RBI double to put you guys up 4-3, get the win. You guys shut him down in the top of the 9th. How does it feel to be back out with the Berries? How does it feel to be back in there with the guys, just hanging out, playing baseball here in the summer of 26, your second back?
So good. I mean, I'm just so happy to be back. Like, it's hard because I've been hurt a lot throughout my career, and honestly, like, just being able to play the game and be able to, like, actually contribute to the team is really meaningful, and hopefully we can start getting on a hot streak and start winning some games. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely, man. This is going to be some momentum, going to help you guys moving forward down the stretch run. I'm excited for you. It's great to have you back,
Yeah, thank
man.
you so much.
Yeah, I'd love to see you get some more at-bats as we go through the end of this summer. Our Berry of the Game, Jake Allen, thanks for coming up to the press box after some technical difficulties. And that will do it for us here on the broadcast. Marion Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app. Hope everybody has a good night. Signing off from Chemeketa.